Magpies, 3 Chiefs for reserve grade!
And it's a very good afternoon and welcome along to Magpie Park, the Tamworth Rugby home ground here in Tamworth. The fixtures today, we've got 3 games and it's of course the Tamworth Magpies, and today we host the Barbars. We've got 3 grades today, all coming through, and again you've got the first grade encounter at the end of the day. The ladies will be on next, but this is the second grade encounter as both teams now take the field. Ray McCoy with you, and assuming through the day Glen A. Rose will hopefully be along. Emma Bailey's downstairs doing photos and other things at the moment, but again at the end of the day a couple of special guests coming through as well. So we'll just sit back, relax, and again if you are coming down to the ground, weather fine track, good bit of a breeze at the moment, but like last week's home game, got a little bit dusty during the second and third games, but kicking off the day in fine form. Big shout out to all those involved with Formac Productions. We come down and bring you all the action. If you can't be here, good for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay with us, and we'll get ready for the kickoff in this second grade encounter. Okay, welcome back. Emma Bailey has now joined me as we kick off, and again this is the Indigenous round.
That's right, it's against the Barbars today. So you will see the special jerseys come in for the women's and first grade. And I tell you what, you're going to want to see them. They're just beautiful.
So second grade didn't get those Guernseys. They've got to earn them.
That seems right, isn't it?
Sorry, fellas. Although the Guernseys they're wearing are actually new Guernseys this year with the touch of grey on the shoulder, so they're all looking good. Okay, it's into the round as we get stuck into it. Round 3 this is. It's been an topsy-turvy round for the Magpies in the first couple of games, a win and a loss in first grade, but let's see how we go in second grade now as the Barbars on the attack.
The Barbars are always a pretty strong team.
Well, rumour has it, Em, with discussions around this game, it's going to be rugged in the two grades, or possibly even the third, the ladies as well. But Barbars play a very tough brand of rugby, so let's see how the Magpies handle that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. They're definitely a tough side, and they play to win, as you can see already. We're less than 2 minutes in, and a try for the Barbars. And we've got our own Phil Cookie out there reffing today.
Well, we've only been gone a minute and a half.
That's right.
They're over the line for the first points. Now, what's the story behind second grade here? There's no third grade today, so does from what you can see from the team, Emma, we'll run through I'll do the first 15 for you. You've got Nick Bradbury at number 1, Drew Potts number 2, Elliot Clark is number 3, Cameron Dagger at number 4, number 5 is Nat Ellerton, number 6 Cameron Lane, 7 is Ben Hunt, number 8 is Rafa, number 19 is Dougie Brissett, number 10 Jacob Shaw, number 11 Andy Biffin, number 12 is their captain John O'Dunlop, at 13 is Michael Orchard, good to see him back, number 14 is Lockie McNee, and 15 is Rick Lacetis. Is that how you say it?
Ricky Bobby, we've just...
Ricky Bobby.
So can't say the last name.
Jeez.
So we call him Ricky Bobby. Shake him back.
Okay. I tell you what, if they could wind back the clock, you would go back and start this game again if you were the Magpies.
We're also going to have a smoking ceremony later on, and that's going to be really special between women's and first grade today. And we've got Mark Sutherland down here as well, which is going to be amazing. So it's looking like a really good day. So if you're sitting at home, should we come, should we not? I'd highly recommend coming down today for Indigenous round, a very special one for the players out there today.
Now there is a welcome to country.
That's right, there sure is.
Good to see.
And we will be catching up with Benny Kent in first grade, and he'll be telling us all about the story of the jersey that he helped design. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they will be auctioned off later on this evening as well.
So hopefully there's a win, but even if they don't have a win, they'll be pretty.
That's right.
Oh, crikey. Strong as. Nice cover
Great
tackle
tackle
as well.
in there from Shorey. That was an amazing tackle there from Jono and Shorey. Just bringing him out over the line. And thank you to our linesmen as well. And our ball boys.
Oh, here we go.
Doing an amazing job out there.
We'll get in nice and early. Remember last week, folks that were watching last week, go and give them a big shout out to the ball boys and the ball girls, the referees, the cook in the kitchen, doing the barbecue down the bottom.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Thank you to Carol Rossi.
Without
They do an amazing job, and we're very lucky to have Carol Rossi on board with us.
And without those people on board, you don't have a day.
Very
let's
much
go.
so.
Magpies on the attack. Clearing kick coming up.
And thanks, Ray, for showing up, even after I picked on you all week.
Into touch from there. Okay, we're smack bang on the halfway. The score already 7 points to deal with the Barbars. Now explain the Barbars. Who are the Barbars, Emma?
I think they're just a collection of players from all over
Royale,
Armidale.
Inverell, if you can't find a club, come and play for the Barbars.
And they, like we said, they are a tough team.
So there's must be a bit of Scottish involved because they've got the tartan on the sleeves, on the collars of their and the shoulders of their Guernseys.
Well, they are the Barbarians, which is a very Scottish name.
Very good.
And they're all here nice and early. So as you can see, they've done that. Wow, there's some speed on their number 11, Connie Pate. Sorry if we've said that wrong.
Let's see how the Magpies recover from this. Barbars have gone over the tackle, which is good, but still, the referee has awarded a penalty. They've gone across, so it's an opportunity now for the Magpies to come out of their danger zone one more time. 7-0, Barbars lead. Now the ladies play today. They are the second game, and then the first grade encounter as well. Looking forward to the ladies, Em?
Yeah, I do. I really do look forward to it. It's going to be a good game. Yeah, it's always a tough one. Like I said, these guys just play different.
They're on a bit of a roll too, the ladies.
They are.
Which is good.
They're
manning the gate today, so when you come down here, folks, if you are coming down, say good day to the ladies out at the reception area on the desk. Back to the rugby. Oh, Barbars have gone through. He's playing at an advantage.
Mick McLean is the, sorry, not Mick, Tim McLean is the coach.
Nice run from Rafa earlier. Back for the Magpies to clear. But
tell you what, there's going to be some sore shoulders tomorrow. They're hitting pretty hard in here.
well, there was no Anzac Day yesterday, so today there's no excuses.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
head down, tail up for this second grade Magpies team. Now, from the first 2 rounds, have they had a win?
Which one, sorry?
Reserve grade, have they
Oh,
had?
sorry, I didn't hear you first word there. Yeah, they won that first game.
They won the first game? Not last
And
week,
then-
so
no, not last week.
1-1.
And
Need to
this
turn
is
the tide today.
round 3, and then next week we're up at Blues, and then we have a bye.
Dougie Brissett to feed the scrum. Both teams with a good bunch of reserves on the sideline. The way their pace is, they probably need them through the course of the day. Here we go. Ball's about to go in. Big run from Rafa. Oh, through the middle. Playing an advantage to the Magpies. Oh, that barbecue I can smell, folks. Can you smell that at home?
Jono onto Michael Orcher.
Good to see Michael Orcher back as well. They've lost the ball, and the ball was right. They're coming back to play the advantage, and it'll be a penalty to the Magpies. Still 27 minutes remaining. And the Barbars lead 7-0. Let's see what we can do from here.
Definitely a lot drier than last week
Smoke,
as well.
I'll tell you, folks, if you've got smell-o-vision at home,
Smell-o-vision.
the barbecue is...
And come down, support Carrossi. They do so much for us.
Drew Potts to throw. We're about 18 metres out from the Barbars line. Good
Laney.
throw, won by Magpies. Pushing forward, a good push indeed.
Fantastic.
Now
Drew
we
Potts on to Shorey. Out to Jono. On to Jono Dunlop, captain.
Back line still there. You can see the referee,
Which is Cookie.
and he's shaking his head. And when you see a referee shake his head, you're not happy, Jan. So a little bit of frustration from the officials. It's going to be a Barbars feed. we're only 10 minutes in, and the referee's shaking his head. I'm not sure he hang in there. It's going to be a win for the Barbars, but he's knocked on. What the? Who is that referee? Good defence from the Magpies, pushing forward. We need a turnover. They've got it.
Orch. Michael Orcher.
They spread both ways, but referees pulled it up. Right in front of the post. This is the ideal opportunity for the Magpies. I see Nick Bradbury pointing the finger and giving directions. Be good to see the big fella get involved himself.
Wow.
We're waiting to see which run he does today so he can come off and have a break. The big fella. I want to see him do two. I want to see him do a big run in the first stage of the second half,
Yeah, right.
not the first half.
Okay.
Show his fitness. Nick Bradbury, big boy, got a lot of skills.
It is a shout out to Bradbury and Abs, who's been downstairs, and they've been helping set up all morning for today.
It's good.
Magpies are over, and it looks like... Can't see.
Well, gee, yeah, watch the replay here and see who goes goes through, but again, they've gone through under the post, so hopefully the conversion will be successful. We can square this game up.
It half looked like Ben Kent.
Well, we're about to see the replay here, and we'll see who... No replay at the moment, the producer says. All right.
And Ricky Bobby about to take the kick.
He whacked it over. Scores locked together. We've got 23.5 minutes remaining in the first half. And the Barbars and the Tamworth Magpies locked together at 7-all.
Yep, so Ben Kent was our try scorer.
Ben Kent.
And he helped to design the jerseys that we'll
number,
see later on.
The number 7. Kick off from the Barbars. That's Nat Ellerton with possession. Gets the ball away. Raffer again, big strong number 8. Takes the ball forward, lays it back. Nick Bradbury now. Pick and drive. Penalty against the number 7, which is Ifarimi from Barbars, leaning over the ruck, grabbing the possession of the ball. It'll be a penalty for the Magpies. On the attack again.
Nice crowd building up so far.
And the sun's come out now. If you can see it on the telly, folks, the sun is now a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day to be out there.
Although down here, you've got to bring the jacket because you never know by 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it'll be freezing.
It's a bit willy on the chilly. I did say that, folks. Nick Bradbury over, pick and drive.
Ooh.
Which gets the Barbar player offside, which is good. Clearance again.
Shorey. Jacob Shaw. Benny Kent.
Goes again through the middle.
Can he back it up? Back out to Jacob Shaw.
Back in. Let's see if they can get their bind. If they can get some width here, out to the right-hand side. Although Barbars have numbers, away we go. It's going to be short and sharp. All the players for the Magpies out here to the left-hand side. They come this way. Out to Ruffer again, standing out wide. He's got some size, got some pace, gets the ball.
Good little run from Ruffer. Jono Dunlop, captain.
Okay, now the Magpies back line are in position. If they can pick and drive one, go forward.
Cameron Duggan with a run.
They've got players out wide. If they can get that ball out, now spread the ball. They're only going one pass.
Nat Ellerton.
Got numbers on the left-hand side if they come this way. Big Raffer again. If he gets some pace up and a pass, we'll go straight through. Straight over him.
Raffer.
Oh,
well
mate.
in.
Oh, mate.
He almost just walked that, didn't he? They just weren't too sure what was happening.
Oh, mate, didn't want it. No. El Presidente has joined us. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Very well.
There we go. Very well now indeed. Welcome along to the Indigenous round. And again, a big day, as is every day here at the Nest, at the home of the Magpies. But looking forward to a big day?
Yeah, looking forward to a fantastic day. We started off nice and early this morning. We had some bacon and egg rolls and a bit of professional learning and training this morning. And now we're into the football, which is looking very good at the moment for the Magpies.
Yeah, it was a, excuse me. There we are, getting rid of last night's dinner. It was a slow start. They scored, Barbars scored in the first, minute and a half or so, but certainly the Magpies have come back now to lead 12-7. Rounds like this, shall we, big days, certainly embracing the the Indigenous players coming along, and a lot of the Islanders as well. But it's a multicultural club now with a lot of players from a lot of different areas.
Most certainly is. We have players from Tonga, Samoa, Papua New Guinea, our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, Fijians, so from all over the world. So yes, it is a very multicultural club.
It's and sport in general, certainly with rugby, seems to be a melting pot.
Yeah,
and it does dwell. It mingles so well.
It does, and the good thing I like about this is they get out on the field and they bash each other silly.
They do.
And then at the end they come off and many of our Islanders, they get together, they'll have a song, they'll have a prayer, and they come off and then they might share a beer or a soft drink together, and it's a friendly afternoon.
How do they go with the famous boat races? Don't participate as much?
No, to be honest with you, many of our players from overseas don't drink at all. And so we have the odd person who jumps in, but not a great contribution because they're non-drinkers, and that's
exactly
good, and we certainly respect that.
And I think they've probably learnt their lesson from drinks like Carver and things like that. I'm a non-drinker, but again, to drink the Carver over there and do the damage when you come out, you're there again. I'm grog-free. I'm not going there. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, the Carver comes out occasionally, but
special occasions.
It does.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a limited thing.
All right, mate, I know you've got heaps to do, but again, I wanted to touch base today. We've got a few things to cover throughout the afternoon. We've got a few people coming along. The new jerseys coming out for the ladies and for the first grade, which will actually support the Indigenous round. But again, pat on the back, as we did last week. And very enjoyable indeed. You've got to be accredited. Again, the condition of the ground is absolutely superb. Crowd comes in, and the smell of that barbecue.
It's pretty
Seriously?
good, isn't it?
It is unreal. Although Emma Bailey makes promises, going, next time I come up, I'll bring up, guess what?
She did?
No, I think she's actually knocked it over on the steps on the way up. She's had 4 or 5 herself.
She's a bit like that.
A bit like that, mate, yes.
Yeah.
All right, mate, carry on. Great to talk to you. And anything you add to the day before we carry on through the day?
Just one of the things that I think is really important is that it's we involve our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander players. They're the ones that put the day together. So it's not just the committee or, me or people like that. It's the players who want to celebrate and be proud of their culture, put the day together. And I think that's an important aspect of the whole day.
It is, and it's quite, well, it's not funny because of the Anzac Day scenario with Welcome to Country and the like from there. And a lot of people actually, it's like not only just the Indigenous round and multiculturalism, but a lot of people don't understand topics as a whole, but still tend to have an opinion.
Yep.
And when you come to things like Welcome of Country, there's there are so many things to have been learned in the last week, and people that I know through my association with sport and certainly with radio, that people thought the Welcome to Country was Welcome to Australia, where it's not.
No.
There are so many different countries within our country.
Exactly.
With the Indigenous it's just welcome to our country, and it's just that. It's a meet and greet welcome.
Yeah, and it's just an acknowledgement and a respect for people. That's all it is. And
it's what it is. I love the fact that we keep doing it. We are one nation. Again, even when you come down to clubs like yours and other sporting entities and community groups here in Tamworth, we're one mob.
Yeah.
End of the day.
We certainly are.
We're one mob.
Yeah.
Righto, mate. Well, this mob on the right-hand side in the black and white, the Tamworth Magpies, we're hoping today to leave here, not being selfish, but it'd be nice to leave here with 3 wins.
Yeah, I'm not biased. I'm not biased at all, but I'd be very happy to see that happen.
And you've got to give a big shout-out to all the teams. We talked last week about joining the New England Rugby rather than Central North with the travel arrangements, which is good, but we're getting into this cooler weather now, and even to have clubs like the Barbars come down here and play 3 games, and Walk and other entities that come down, it's just it's great to do that travel. It's not a matter of just jump on a bus, is it? Come down and play rugby.
No.
There's a lot goes into the scenario through the week itself. So,
and we're in Armidale next weekend, so let's hope we get a day like this. We've got 4 games up there, so we'll see how that goes.
See how you travel. Righto, mate. Listen, we'll get to talk to you again through the day, because I think today's just going to be one of those absolutely brilliant days to be part of. So if you ever get the opportunity, pop back up here. If you are coming up, bring up a steaks here, and that's all right.
Righto, no worries.
Good on you, mate.
Do we like sauce and onions?
No onions. They tell me the calories are in the onions.
Oh,
it's like broccoli.
Yeah?
Yeah, broccoli should be the unknown vegetable. You just don't have it. It's green. Anything that's green. Remember as a kid, if it's green, it's off. You don't eat it. Yeah,
I used to drink Scotch and dry, but I stopped the dry because I was told that was what gave me the headache.
What was the other one? Lemon, lime and bitters.
Yeah.
See, I'm a non-drinker. Lemon, lime and bitters,
yeah.
Which quench your thirst after training. And then somebody told me, you realise that bitters is alcohol.
Yeah.
blown that for me as well, so I'm gone. Righto,
Hey,
mate.
start order online, mate.
Congratulations on the day, and we will catch you again here throughout the course of the day.
Okay.
All right?
Again, thanks for your support, mate.
Thanks, champion. Righto, let's carry on. Let's get back to the rugby. It is 12-7. That's why clubs work, because they have presidents like that. 12-7. Tamworth Magpies leading. We've got 14 minutes remaining in this first half of the second grade encounter. Ball being laid back by the Barbars. Playing an advantage as well. Players are only walking. It's a very lacklustre game at the moment. Certainly going to play the advantage now. It's a penalty. And Rafa having a bit of a word. Referee not real happy with that one. Oh, he's got 10. He's got 10 in the bin for dissent. So Rafa gets the break. Not happy with that. And again, if you look back at that play, the Barbars actually took the tap kick, a quick tap as well, and knocked the ball forward. So realistically, it could have been a turnover from there, but I'm assuming the referee has ruled that Rafa had said something that wasn't good, so it's actually a penalty. It results now in a conversion attempt by Levani, number 10 for the Barbars. He lines it up. It's gone to the left. Clearance kick from the Magpies works well, brings it up towards halfway. We have 12 minutes remaining. A big shout out to all the major sponsors. Oh, look at this, I've got my barbecue. You go, you good thing. I've got water. I'm going to be the only one who comes to rugby and put on weight.
I just want to make it look bad.
Thanks, mate. There we go. Kick through, but the player's been, the kick has been taken out, so the referee is going to award a penalty. And there could be John O'Donnell taken out. It could have been a card there for a card for a late tackle, but it hasn't. Yes, he has. His referee is going to call out the player. Don't be surprised if he actually gets time in the bin. If he turns and hands in the air, you know what's going to happen. No, he's let him go. It's simply going to be a penalty. Which actually surprised me. Magpies on the attack. Nick Bradbury going forward. Lost possession there. Back with the Barbars now as their number 7. Ifirimi. He moves forward. That's Ponty Pate. Just shy of the halfway line. Barbars driving forward. Move the ball wide. About to number 11. There we know Poppy Pate. Back to the 10. And he's gone out. So ten minutes remaining. It's going to be a Magpies throw. Drew Potts. A win for the Magpies. Playing an advantage. Ball's going wide. John O'Donnell. Michael Orcher. Still playing advantage. Oh. They will go back now with the advantage. It's a penalty to the Magpies. Penalties move forward. At 12-7, 9 minutes remaining. Whichever team now decides to play some rugby and put their foot on the pedal, it's there to be won, because at the moment it's a lacklustre game, a very slow pace. Let's see how we put in the last 9 minutes of this first half. Again, Drew Potts to throw. Ball not in straight. It's a penalty, and it is to the Magpies on the 20-metre line. Breeze picking up slightly here at the Nest, here in Tamworth. Dougie Brissett kicks out. Again, it'll be a throw. Ball goes in. It's a win for the Magpies. Ball spreading. Michael Orcher. Cut through for the 14. That's Lockie McNee, and the Magpies go in underneath the post. That'll give them a nice lead coming up towards the break with just over 7 minutes remaining. Again, the game is there to be won. It's been, as I mentioned earlier, not being negative, it's been a very lacklustre game, a very stop and start game. Not a lot of fluency at all, but the team that does put things together, and a game with players like Michael Orcher, John O'Dunlop, Jacob Shaw together for the Magpies in that back line area. And at the back of the scrum, they've got the opportunity to actually put some plays together. Lockie McNee showing a lot of skills in the last couple of weeks as well. So let's see if the Magpies can regroup now. They are leading 19 points to 7, but really it's theirs to be had now. Very slow for the Barbars to come back towards halfway, which to me tells me that they're not keen, not real keen at all. So again, if Tim McLean, who is the coach of the Magpies, can get the boys get their mind on the job, start their feet moving, then this could be a very, very strong win for the Tamworth Magpies. Let's see how the last 6 minutes of this first half pull through. Barbars to kick. Good kick, good follow through. Ponty Pate, the 11 for the Barbars, has been very, very strong all game, both attack and defence. Again, the penalty count against the Barbars is very, very strong indeed. So either it's a matter of not understanding or reckoning the rules, or just it is what it is. But a penalty's a penalty. Ball hasn't cleared. Again, Ponty Pate's got the ball. He'll bring it back up. Throws out wide. It's a rush through the minute. That's the big number 10, which is Labani. Turnover from there. Andy Biffin's got the ball. And again, another turnover. That's 3 turnovers. The big 22, which is Kitione. The ball away down the wing now. Good cover defence from Ricky Bobby. Just pick and drive for the Barbars. They've certainly got the size and as we saw in the first couple of minutes, they've got the speed and the skills. Although that's not a skill. That was a shocker. Let's see what they can do from here. It's the 22, Kitione. Nice defence. Nick Bradbury fighting for the Magpies, but a lot of play off the ball. Playing advantage now for the Barbars. It'll be their penalty. Bit of rugged play there. A lot of wrestling around the ball, but not necessarily on the ball. Lavani to kick. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. 19-7. Tamworth Magpies lead. Let's see what they can do. As I said last week, it's that 10 minutes before and after half time. Very crucial. Lewis Graham to throw. Early jump from the bars and throw up the front. The referee's pulled it back, ball not in straight. And it's a short arm penalty to the Magpies. A tap and go. Referee talking to the players out wide without, yep, it's a penalty, there'll be dissent. Now realistically he may get 10 minutes here because Rafa earlier, Rafa got 10 minutes in the bin for dissent earlier in the game, but it looks like it's only a threat this time, so the number 10 for Barbas, which is Lavani, gets the opportunity to stay on the field, but not Happy Jan. Clearance kick doesn't go out again. This is the 11, Ponipati comes through again, breaks the first lot of tackles, kicks forward. Will the Magpies recover? Back to Rafa, back on the field now, pushing forward. Very strong indeed. Again, another penalty. Surprised me there because Rafa rolled. Instead of clearing the ball, just rolled again. But the referee knows best. I have no clue at all. 2 minutes remaining. Magpies on the attack. Crowd getting very vocal. Bit passionate. Win for the Magpies. Playing advantage again. Swinging out wide. It's John O'Donnell. Pitching forward with Cameron Dagger. Referee still playing an advantage. John O'Donnell. Michael Orcher. Rolls the ball back. It's Elliot Clark, big run forward. Again. Just lazy play. It was a knock on with the halfback trying to pick it up from the back of the breakdown, but it goes to ground. We're at 1 minute remaining. We'll have a scrum. It'll be a Barbars feed. We're in the last minute. Barbars feed. The referee's pulled it up, and it looks like a scrum penalty for raking. So it's a penalty to the Magpies. We've got under 30 seconds remaining. It's a short arm. So the Magpies on the attack. Big Rafa to run straight through the middle. Again, the ball will stay alive until referee deems it DED. Going out wide. Magpies moving forward. It's Drew Potts. They've got numbers out here if they want to bring numbers out here, but they don't. They're short. Michael Orcher going through. That's John O'Donnell. Pick and drive from Nick Bradbury. Clearance kick from the Barbars. Again, the ball is still alive. Come back to Ricky Bobby, and he's decided to call it quits, throw the ball away. And that's our half-time break. 35 minutes gone, and the Tamworth Magpies lead 19 points to 7. Councillor Mark Sutherland has come along to say g'day.
Good
G'day,
afternoon. How are you?
Absolutely brilliant, brother. And you?
Yeah, awesome. Spent the mornings down at the netball with the kids, so it's good to get here and watch the footy. And
Did you get a game?
no, it's good to watch the Magpies. Look like they're getting a pretty solid game in here.
Well, Emma Bailey's back here. It's good to see you.
Hello.
Her new nickname is Seldom.
I'm just
Seldom
calling
here,
it.
mate. Seldom here. Indigenous round, Mark. It's been a marvellous day. It's been a lot of. I hate the word controversy because nobody understands us. But again, from Anzac Day moving forward, these cultural days are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, an amazing opportunity to celebrate the impact that Indigenous players have had with rugby throughout the history. You know, I played rugby as a junior myself here at Magpies, and
You an old boy.
yeah, brought along my
Get out.
what's that?
Central
saying?
North under 17s, undefeated my Premiers 2005.
And you only just turned 21, wasn't it, the other day? So it's not that old, really.
Yeah, no, played all my junior footy here at Magpies, but looking at, the Ella brothers and all the way through, at the time there was Grogan and all, Sailor, and that was smashing the Bledisloe Cup.
That's
and,
right.
And everything was there when I was playing, but Indigenous players have had a massive impact on the game nationally and internationally, and to celebrate that locally, I think, is a really good, powerful sentiment.
I think that the general public as such would be surprised in the game. I do know for facts, going from a rugby league background predominantly, but the percentage of players of Indigenous nature, whether it be Islanders or is amazing. And to be quite honest, I'll be totally biased, carry the sport.
Yeah, well...
And as a commentator now, when you look at today's program, you look at the NRL and you look at the Super Rugby and the like from there, if your name hasn't got more than 5 letters in it, I'd be surprised. It's absolutely Smiths and Joneses, they're gone.
Yeah. Well,
they're gone from there. So
I think rugby is definitely putting pressure on, I hate to say it, but soccer is the world's game.
really,
I think that rugby, when you look at
Yeah.
when you look at the countries that now are involved internationally.
yeah, but mate, if soccer
in
players
rugby.
any soccer players are any good, I'll get biased for this. If soccer players are any good, they'd pick the ball up and run with it, wouldn't they? They just won't get tackled. So
I can't say that soccer too much. I used to play that too.
Did
as
you,
a
mate?
youngster.
No,
Yeah. So.
You've got your undefeated shirt.
it's all good. Mate, days like today,
Yeah.
and I'm as you know me.
Yep.
Well, I hate politics.
Yep.
Because I just like I like just things
Yeah.
that move forward. And you were, Mark's a councillor here in Tamworth. When Mark came on board, a breath of fresh air. Because at the end of the
Thank
day,
you.
if you can look, I'm telling you, mate, if you can look somebody in the eye and know what they're going to tell you is truthful and factual and the best for the community, that's all you can ask.
Yeah.
But when you get somebody who just either close their eyes or looks away and just says what the party line says, whatever it may be, they've lost me from there. So congratulations on your effort. But again, I'll go away from rugby for a minute and just come back to Tamworth as a community. Sometimes I think it takes people the opportunity to go away and come back before they understand how good their local community is.
Yeah, correct. I was one of those people myself. I went through school here. I went down to Newcastle for university and moved down to Melbourne a bit to run a national leadership company, but with young people there. But that time away made me really realise, just how special it is here. As a regional city, we've kind of got the best of both worlds to some degree. We've got some really
100%.
good connectivity, a big community.
And it's
a lot
growing.
a lot of stuff going on, but also it's hasn't lost its sense of identity, through the growth. And, I think many of us want to see that get stronger,
Yeah.
that sense of community and know that we all belong and have somewhere to fit. And, and thank you for the kind words too.
That's
on-
right.
on
It's the
council.
way it is. But one of the big things is the fact that we're at Tamworth as a whole. We're a regional centre,
Yep.
and with that comes responsibility. Now, by being a regional centre, we're actually inviting people from afar to come in and be part of. It's like Welcome to Country. We're inviting people from other countries to come in and be part of our community.
Yeah.
What we've got to do is accept them, understand what their wants are, try and cater for them, and all move forward as a group.
100%.
It's not, well, it's easy to say, it's probably harder to do, but there are so many groups within our group working together to move forward. And days like today, not just simply non-Aboriginal and Aboriginal, just brings everyone together. And we're better than we think.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer, you know, and growing up here as an Indigenous person has really reinforced to me this notion that we all have a responsibility to where we live and to the people who live here. You know, and that extends beyond what we do at work and within our family, and I've kind of taken that into my role, I guess, as an elected councillor. But all of us act that every day. You know, we all want to make sure that we're responsible to the place that we live, and we want to make it better for others.
Exactly right.
You know, and as long as we can keep that in mind, you know, we all might have a different opinion on how we're going to get there, but I think we all want to get to the same spot.
Mate,
Couldn't be more true.
I just want to go back to rugby for a minute and your experience.
Fire in.
Is there, because the Old Boys Day, I wish we'd have caught him last week with Old Boys Days. There were some stories told up here, let me tell you.
Right,
If you go back into your playing days and your association with the Magpies or other, is there a funny story that's something that stayed with you forever and a day that brings back those fond memories, makes you smile, makes you go, oh, what did I do? Or is there a memory like that?
Yeah, there's a few. You know,
Remembering we've got people at home listening.
yeah. It's hard to point out an individual moment.
Yeah.
But I could say that, you know, when I was very active here in the club as a junior from about 2005 to about 2009, before I went away to university, the camaraderie between the grades, you know, like coming through a 17 and then playing 19 and then stepping in a reserve in first grade, you know, the pathway that we had there as a club made for some really funny moments, you know, and, you know, trying to stitch each other up. But the away trips were always good. Always loved going to Inverell. You know, the Highlanders up there was always a trip that was far away enough to get into a bit of mischief.
It did.
And I don't want to talk about Muggsy too much, but he would have not been too far from the scene.
That's exactly right. I've heard the stories.
I've got one for you. We were talking last week during our commentary, and we were talking about Tamworth as a whole now and our youth.
Yep.
From, again, going back to rugby, that gap between 14s to 18s, basically.
Yeah.
And again, as you know, I'm very heavily involved in the media here, but also through sport, is that, who was it, Bill, that we were talking to?
Yeah, Bill Fitzgerald.
Bill Fitzgerald. We're having a conversation about, well, why don't we try and get a Friday night competition together for those kids between 14 and 18 where you come down and you play your rugby and get it. Because a lot of those kids, as you know, and I've heard you say on media, some of those kids just simply need a burning light to aim to.
Yeah.
Now, if that be rugby or a sport or another competition, but basically, and the thing it does, it takes away that soulless scenario where you're actually getting them in a team environment where they've actually got responsibilities and they need to support.
100%.
So maybe a Friday night or a Saturday night or a midweek sporting competition of some kind.
Well, I recall back to when I was, again,
Only
playing
a couple of
rugby,
years ago. Yep.
there was a really strong Friday night rugby comp. It used to happen majority over here at Viaduct.
Yes.
It used to spill over here to Magpies. And that was a really good way to be able to compete against other schools and also give you something throughout the week and even the school sport. I remember we done rugby for a lot of years through school. Mr. Kellner, Michael Kellner, Pav, he was the coach for us over there at Peel, and we really set up for that Friday night exchange where I know the Armidale School would come down. It was really competitive, but you know, extending on the point that, you know, the more we can get young people to connect to a sense of identity, you know, whatever that identity is, if we can reinforce it with a positive club that you know highlights the values of discipline and support and camaraderie and all the things you mentioned, you know, and then people say, well, I'm a Magpie.
Yes.
And that means something, you know, whether that's another club or another thing. You don't know what it's going to be that's going to draw them people in, but the more you can reinforce that sense of identity, because if we're not creating positive spaces for that to happen, people are going to find identity in wherever they can.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, Tamworth's about to experience one of the best opportunities ever, and I speak of the Koori Knockout coming out this year. Now, I've been through, I think I've done about 12 where we've trained teams and the like from there, and the mob is just brilliant. And for all my experience through league, and certainly with the Koori Knockout, there is so much untapped talent within that scenario, just playing, you know, community football and just playing for their mob during that scenario. Now, that Koori Knockout coming to Tamworth will be huge. It will be bigger than the Tamworth Country Music Festival. We will have more people here spending their dollars. And again, I know because you and I come from the same mob. At the end of the day, they're going to go, yeah, what about the crime rate, the blah, blah, blah. Get rid of that rubbish. I'm telling you, having been involved for all those years with the Koorinok and Indigenous players as we are, it's absolutely brilliant, and it's going to open up a lot of eyes, which again brings me back down to what we were talking about, this Friday night or a Saturday night competition that we come together, and this could be the start of something absolutely huge.
Yeah, correct. You know, I know that the New South Wales Koori Knockout was originally established to provide a platform for people to show their talent. And you're talking around grassroots football and the need to develop young people. Having a platform to show that talent on a national stage is through the roof. And a lot of NRL players have played in the Koori Knockout and kind of broken into that space.
But even the boys come back from the NRL to play in the teams. But you also understand, most of those teams are actually country.
Yeah.
A country. They come from a community.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing.
And they've built that sense of identity from where they've grown up. But you know, to be able to know that you've played football along a current NRL player, or they've passed you the ball, or you've tackled them one-on-one, or, you know, there's a story for the rest of your life to say.
You've got to do it.
You know, you put them down in a one-on-one tackle, or I was the one who put Latrell down one-on-one, or, you know, like those kind of opportunities. You know, they create memories.
That's right.
They build character.
Actually, Evan and I stood alongside Latrell and when they and George Rose when they came to do the announcement for the opening down in Fitzroy Plaza. Yep. Now I'm 6'2". Actually, I'm about 5'2".
Don't kid yourself.
Latrell was in train. Latrell was a monster. He's about 7 foot tall. Looked as fit as a buck rat, didn't he?
I couldn't get over it. First time really being up close and personal with an NRL star, and I was like, what?
And the good thing about the knockout is that they're not only here for the weekend. I know that WAC, Wild Aboriginal Connection, and a lot of those NRL teams, they'll come here the week before and they'll spend time in the schools, and they'll have a lot of time for NRL players to mingle in the community. But you're right, this will be the first time that the knockout's been held in Tamworth.
Yep.
It'll be the first time it's been held in northwest New South Wales.
Yeah. We had one
for many years.
Yeah, we had one in Armidale many years ago.
Yeah, you know, we don't really class the New England. Come on, you know, we're playing these guys today.
Yeah.
They're the outside.
Not part of our country.
No. And so we have a lot of talented teams across the northwest, whether it be the Moree Boomerangs, Toomala Tigers, even Mungadai Grasshoppers have a team in. And so, you know, the legacy of the knockout is that whoever wins has the option to host. Yeah. A lot of smaller towns who are really competitive, they might not have the grounds or the resources to host it, so they might look at somewhere else. And Tamworth is, you know, looking to be the capital of country. You know,
totally.
That's the hashtag that we're going for as a region, and country footy is a part of it too.
I can't
to bring people in will be massive.
I did 3 years with the boys out of Newcastle, Tamana Tahu, the Yowies, and you talk about passion, my God. But when we come back to rugby now, and again the Magpies, great to see the ground is so good here. Comes up so good, just part of the culture within Tamworth.
The rain that we've had recently, I think, and the weather couldn't ask for a better day. There's a slight breeze. What's that pushing probably north? West.
You go from up there down to there. That's about it. It's going down the field.
In the face of the Magpies at the moment. But the field looks immaculate. And looking across Tamworth, talking about Riverside and the other fields at the moment there, even the netball courts. I was there this morning. They got resurfaced. They're looking really fresh.
And we arrange a flood every now and then just to give a bit of top dressing, don't we? Just to run from there. Mate, tell me this. We'll get political for 2 seconds today. Election day as such, and as you know. But at the end of the day, if you had one wish. By the way, away from totally different, we've got a brand new segment starting on Monday with Howdy, simply called Match the Celebrity, where we get in and we ask 4 or 5 different questions, and our listeners have got to ring in. You're on our list to actually get to come in and ask some questions. So that'll happen down the track. If you had one wish today moving forward for Tamworth, what would it be?
One wish. Looking forward to Tamworth. I would probably the burning thing on majority of residents, I guess, looking around would be trying to give us some answer to long-term water security.
Yeah.
Now, I think that whether we're talking around storage or whether we're talking around recycling water or whatever that is, I think that, we organise some floods every now and again.
We do, every now.
We also know we go a fair stint without some rain. So if there was a wish list, really would talk around trying to address that long-term water. But if I was to ask for absolutely anything, I would just ask for a bit more local autonomy. You know, like as a region, we know what we need and what works for us. And sometimes I feel like we're locked out of those conversations and things happen to us without us really having a say or even being consulted with beforehand. You know, so really talking about some local self-determination for us as a region would be waving a magic wand, but that's not really how the system works.
Well, mate, it's an absolute pleasure. As I said, I don't spare my words. You're a breath of fresh air, not only in council but in the community. So congratulations on everything you're doing. Councillor Mark Sullivan, how long are you in for? 20 years?
Oh, on council, I don't
Keep
know.
going, mate.
I don't know. Definitely passionate about local government. I think there's a big role that local government can play, and as long as I feel as though I can add value, I'll keep putting my hand up.
Yeah. And the other good thing, I'll leave it with you, is that you're an open book. At the end of the day, if somebody has a concern, Indigenous or non-Indigenous, they've got your ear.
100%.
And you move forward. Congratulations,
100%.
mate.
No, awesome. Thank you very much, and go the Magpies.
Okay. How many tries did you score in your rugby career?
Oh, again, it was short-lived.
No one can check back, mate, so give us a number.
It was short-lived, but if you look at the back of the jersey here, you might note the number.
Oh, okay. Had the skills, number 10.
Number 10.
Wow.
Number 10. So I came from a representative soccer background beforehand, and so when I turned up at Maggie training, the coach, Chris, asked me, I said, can you catch? And I said, well, I'm currently the goalkeeper for New South Wales.
Right, okay.
And I said, right, can you kick? And I said, I've got a bird on me. He said, you can play number 10.
Straight in.
And then so for, I was, as the goal kicker in 2000, at the team I was the...
Were you captain?
No, I wasn't. We had Hamish. Hamish Day was the captain.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you recall back to a young man named Hamish. But I was the highest point scorer in the league for 3 years in a row, I think. So
good on you, mate.
I lost count, but I've got the trophies at home there if you need some proof.
Good on you. We'll have to have a sports day, indeed. Righto, mate. Absolute pleasure, Mark. That is Mark Sullivan, councillor, but also ex-Magpie and a Magpie old boy, which is great to have him on board. And, mate, through the course of the day, again, if you're up this way, just come up and sit up here and have a yarn. All good? Good on you, mate. In fact, during the first grade game, you're not tied up downstairs? Come on back up here. We'll have a chair for you here. All good? Thank you, Mark. Okay, folks, back to the rugby. And, yes, it's 19-12. Bars have scored. That is Councillor Mark Sullivan. And the reason we have such a long conversation is because they're very fruitful and a lot of content. And as the Magpies go over in the corner, add to their points. Again, 21 minutes remaining. A marvellous day here at Tamworth Rugby Park. So we'll lock him in to sign the contract. So Mark will be back to actually commentate the first grade game as well with the history we've now got out of Mark for his rugby career. So just looking over at our producer, we'll sign him up. Get that contract in place, he's signed, he's in. Righto. We move forward from there. Okay. Conversion attempt for come outside. The wind that was building up has dropped down. An absolute cracking day here at the Nest. So we're looking forward to the ladies next. Here goes the conversion attempt. It goes away. So we've got the women's 10s next, and then we'll have the first grade encounter in a game with the first grade from the Magpies. Played a marvellous first game in round one for a strong win. Played some brilliant rugby last week. Not so good. It just wasn't there. And we'll see what happens today. But certainly we know from that first game that they've certainly got the talent and the experience and the skills to play some very, very quick running rugby. Okay, let's get back to this. 20 minutes remaining. Lavani kicks. It's out on the full, so the ball will come back. Very good crowd on hand, but there's still room for you if you want to come down, if you're in Tamworth. But again, if you're actually just watching the YouTube, wherever you may be, thanks for jumping on board. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That will support the channel, support the club as well. And a big shout out to Folmac Video Productions, bringing us all the action. Ray McCoy with you, Emma Bailey, seldom, now and then, downstairs doing photos and the like from there. And Glen A. Rose away again today on leave. Magpies on the attack. Still going. Playing an advantage again. The penalty count's been really high. Hang on, we may be actually going into a... No, I thought he was going for a card. We could be. Yes, he is. The referee not happy. I think somebody might get a... yes, he will. I'm pretty sure someone's going to get a yellow card. And a, there we go. Yellow card. No doubt dissent. He's still having a yarn as he goes off. Not happy, Jan. Bobby kicks out. So the Barbars down a player, 18 minutes remaining. Bit of frustration in the game, certainly from the Barbars' point of view. Penalty count's been very high. Ball is back. Nat Ellerton carrying the ball forward. Back to the 25. It's Alex Fogarty. Ball goes wide. They're playing an advantage. I dare say it might be for a high tackle, but referee playing an advantage. Going wider now. Right out to the wing. Will we go through? Yes, we will. No, held up. Well, referees are in the middle of the field. The linesman made the ruling, but held up. So we come back to an advantage right back over this side of the field. And it will be a penalty to the Magpies. Score is 24-12. Big Sam over, so no, it's not, it's the big fella. So there we go, more points on board. It's Aaron O'Keefe. We'll take the score out now. It's going to be very hard for the Barbars to come back from there. Going to play it down. 17 minutes remaining. But where it's a win for the Magpies, certainly not a strong win. It's been a very individual performance that's got the points. A very stop-start game because of the amount of penalties and the infringements throughout the course of the game. Robbie Bobby to have the attempt very quickly. Goes down to the right, so the score will remain 24-12. We have 16 minutes remaining. Ray McCoy with you, and again the next game will be the women's 10s. Crowd building up here on the balcony as well. Some old boys, some young boys, and some young ladies, and some mature ladies as well. (29-12). Marcus Crane to kick. Again, the clearance kick from the Magpies. He comes up towards just over the quarter. So we're about 30 metres out. Marcus Crane to throw. It's a win for the Barbars, but ball not in straight, so short arm. Magpies to tap and run. Aaron O'Keefe goes out wide. It's on the halfway, going left. Nat Ellison. Ball goes wide again. Robbie Bobby involved. Held onto the ball, running forward still. Aaron O'Keefe on the wing. The big fella. Down he goes, lays the ball back. Magpies have got the opportunity now. They do one more pick and drive. They've got the wide ball out wide now if they want it. Goes forward. Again, Lockie McD, every time he gets the ball, very strong win. Strong run, the 14 for the Magpies. Pushing forward again. Have they lost the ball? He's playing an advantage. Michael Orcher. And more points scored there. Again, good to see Michael Orcher back. He has so many skills. And again, has been playing a lot of third grade. Be good to see him up playing second grade today. No third grade game today, but a lot of skills. Can either play in the back line as he is or even through the back row. Very skillful. 29-12. We have 13 minutes remaining. The Tamworth Magpies lead the Barbars. Two more games, the women's 10s and the first grade encounter. Again, a big shout out to all our major sponsors here at the club. And again, if you are watching on the TV, if you will certainly subscribe and hit the like button. But big shout out to West Entertainment Group, to Joe Maguire's, to Glenwarry Eggs, to Wi-Fi, to Carl Rossi, and to Bell and Partners, and our other sponsors as well. Without you, it does not happen. $34-12. Back to Click. Ball goes into touch. So it'll be a Barbars throw. We've got 11 minutes remaining. 34-12. The lead for the Magpies. What do they take out of the game? Well, a win. And to be quite honest, that's probably just about it. As far as structure play, not a lot there. It's been individual efforts close to the line. There's certainly no long breaks that have resulted in points, but again, a strong 34-12 win, and a lot of that I think goes back to a negative performance from the Barbars. They scored in the first 1.5 minutes of the game to lead, and we thought we've got a game on here, but very lacklustre. And yet they've got a lot of skills and a lot of speed, as you can see now. Ball gets away. It's just putting that effort together. The big number 13, and away he goes now. This will be a good chase, and he's running the touch. Sadly, he's actually put his foot on the line, so there won't be a try there, but that's the sort of skills they showed in the first part of the first half. If they've been consistent with that right throughout the game and concentrated on the game, then we may have had a totally different result. But at the moment, it is what it is, 34-12 win. We'll lead at this stage, 10 minutes remaining to the Tamworth Magpies. On the attack again. Jacob Shaw spills the ball. Out wide again, and will the winger get the ball? No, he won't. Ponaparty's actually had a strong game. Ball goes out wide. On his own, he's left isolated. But again, no urgency from the He stripped him totally. No urgency from the Magpies to get up there and take advantage. The ball comes out wide now. They'll probably take him over the line if they get some strength here. Pick him up. Aaron O'Keefe got the ball. He's knocked the ball. Aaron's pinched the ball one-on-one, which was great. Down he goes. We'll lay the ball back. There was more infringements in that 30 seconds than I've seen for a week. Long story short, ball carries on. Barbar's still on the attack, going out wide now. And the ball goes down again. Referee pulls it up. Ricky Bobby with the kick. A spot on the halfway line. Win for the Magpies. Ball comes out wide. John O'Donnell laying the ball. No urgency from either team there. Ricky Bobby bring the ball forward. Again, I would hate to see the penalty count. I think it's going to be tray service, girls. Thank you very much. Low calorie. They're feeding us now. There we go. Well, nice tackle. Barbar's on the attack. He's got the pace. And nice cover defence from Lockie McNee, but wasn't good enough, and the Barbars go in for a try. Just watching the replay there, so as you can see, good points. They've got all the skills. The Barbars have the skills. They have the pace. They have the size. What they don't have is the points. But it could have been theirs. Kick to come. He's missed that. Now again with 6.5 minutes remaining. Score is now 34-17. As you've just seen from that try and some of the skills shown by the Barbar players. They've certainly got it there. A matter of putting their games together from a Magpies point of view. They could leave this day thinking it's been an absolutely brilliant win, and they would be kidding themselves because it's certainly points-wise a strong win. But there's a lot of work to be done. Jacob Shaw kicks. Good follow through from the 19, which is Luke Wallace. Ball goes back. Big Raffle with a strong, rips the ball out. Strong play. Jack Barker on field, offside play from the 16 from the Barbars, playing at advantage the referee is. Ball goes back, Jack Barker again to pick a drive. Body height important. Elliot Clark going forward. Now the back line's in place, but there's an advantage. We go back. And it's back to a Magpies penalty. We've got just over 5 minutes remaining. 34-17. We've got a Barbars player down. It's probably the sort of game where you'd actually blow the whistle and call it off 5 minutes early. Very lacklustre. And Well, the screen's not showing. We've got a player down for the Barbars, just having a rest at the moment, complaining. Looks like a leg injury as such. He's now sitting up. He's okay, but if he was relying on medical help, in the last 4 minutes, it's John O'Donnell going forward. Ball comes back. Aaron O'Keefe. Back to Jacob Shaw. Rafa heading out wide now. Ball has gone forward. We're in the last 3. Who can score the last points? Baba's feed. Coming out wide. Good step. Nice throw ball. Come out wide again. Ball has gone forward. The referee has called, so we'll go back. Two minutes remaining. Good chance to go and get a cup of tea at home if you're watching on the telly. No doubt you are. Get yourself ready for an exciting women's 10s game coming up shortly. We have 2 minutes remaining here. It'll be a strong win, 34-17 to the Tamworth Magpies over the Barbars. A lot of work to be done on both teams, but the Magpies leave with the points. Ball goes in, comes out. Rafa down the side. Strong defence from the 7, which is Ifarimi. Aaron O'Keefe. Ball laid back. Nat Ellerton gains some body height, gets the ball back again. Aaron O'Keefe again as a big pivot. Ball going back. Jacob Shaw goes straight through the middle. Ball back again. Elliot Clark. Unreal. So another penalty. Aaron O'Keefe again. Through the middle. If he can hold him up, he can pick and drive through. Lays the ball back. Left or right. Big runner coming forward. Down he goes. Next runner ready. No. Barbars are over and holding the ball, so it'll be a penalty to the Barbars in the last minute. And it'll be a comfortable win, 34-17 to the Magpies. I'm not going to harp on it, but again, we expect better. And by that I mean the efforts from the Magpies. Certainly a strong win points-wise. A lot of training work to be done. And from a Barbars point of view, they need to have a real good hard look at themselves. They've got the skills, they've got the size. Look at their fitness, but certainly when they did put their foot on the pedal, they made some breaks, did some very exciting things, but a matter of consistency. But congratulations, Magpies. They'll take the points, move on to next week. They move up the hill next week to Armidale. And life goes on. The good part out of all this from both teams. No injuries to record as such, so everyone has escaped. and get to play another day. Ball comes wide for the last movement. Jacob Shaw. Lockie McPhee, very strong indeed. Still pushing forward. Could be points here. Strong defence from the Barbars. They'll go to the left. Jack Barker. The option now is you just kill the ball and game's over, or you try and get some extra points. Hopefully they'll try and get some extra points. That'd be a nice positive to finish on. Jono Dunlop does the kick. The ball will go dead, and that will be it. So without any further to say or do, congratulations to the Tamworth Magpies, running out winners in the second grade encounter over the Barbars, 34-17. We'll come back shortly. We are coming to you live, courtesy of Folmac Video Productions from The Nest, the home of the Tamworth Rugby Union Club here in Tamworth. Okay, welcome back, folks. Ray McCoy with you. We are coming to you live from the nest, the home of the Tamworth Magpies Rugby Union Club here in Tamworth. We've just had the second grade game, a strong win to the Magpies, 34-17 over Barbars. And here we are on Indigenous round, and we look forward to the women's 10s now. And, of course, the first grade encounter after that. We hope you're having an enjoyable day. You're watching us on the tube, and again, if you'd like to like and subscribe, really appreciate that indeed. Again, if you're here in Tamworth, then if you are watching it, that's great, but it'd be nice to see you come on down and enjoy the atmosphere at the nest as well. Fine condition as both the ladies teams come out now, with the Magpies having a new Guernsey just for the Indigenous round, which when Emma Bailey joins us later, we'll get some explanations to the design and what's involved in the preparation of that Guernsey, but certainly looking very good indeed. And we've spoken to Councillor Mark Sutherland, who is not only a former Magpie old boy here, but certainly on part of the forefront driving our community forward here in Tamworth on Tamworth Council. So it's game time. As I mentioned earlier, a strong win to the Magpies, and I say strong on the scoreboard. Very, very lacklustre game. Lacklustre game indeed, but 34-17 win to the Magpies. Big shout out to all our major sponsors, which is the West Entertainment Group, Joe Maguire's Pub, Glenwarry Eggs, Wi-Fi, Kawarossi, and also Bell and Partners, along with all our associated sponsors as well. And to Filemac Video Productions for bringing us this broadcast. The Magpies kick off. Barbars bring it forward. Again, the Magpies ladies, having played some very enterprising football this year, looking for big things. It's certainly been a big evolution in their games from whence they first commenced playing a number of years ago. First penalty there. No, it's a scrum going down. It'll be a Magpies feed. We have an injury already. It's a knee injury to the young lady from the Barbars, which is not good to see. Time back on. Ball goes in. Magpies ball. Going out wide, straight to the wing. Fullback has it. It's the 15, which is Candice Duckett. It's Ellie Hannaford in for a strong game, I'm sure, today, the co-captains. As the Magpies drive forward. Strong defence from the Barbars. The ball comes wide again. Cut out pass. Candace stuck it again, going down the side. And she'll take the ball around, and again, first points to the Tamworth Magpies. But he's pulled it back. He has. It's going to be a scrum, so we'll look to that, but he's found an infringement, but we have a second injury for another knee injury for one of the girls, or an ankle injury, it looks like, from the Barbars. Hang on. Okay, points over in the corner. We're just checking to see medical-wise that, and I asked the question, are there any medical teams here? Yes, there are, but apparently the rugby protocol is that the club officials have to look after their players prior to the medical team coming in to look at that. And as those of you that know me, I've had 88 started as a trainer. At the end of the day, players' welfare is of prime importance. So to see somebody struggling with a knee or an ankle injury without anyone with training looking after them doesn't leave me feeling very good. But at least the club staff now bringing those players back towards the bench area where they can receive some treatment. Let's go on. Final lead, 5-0 lead to the Magpies ladies. Players right on the halfway line. We now have a penalty to Barbars. Fails to find touch. Magpies bring it forward. Strong tackle. Lay the ball back. Ball's been knocked on, so we'll go back to a scrum now. It'll be a Barbars feed. Win the Barbars. Bring the ball forward. Feels very condensed. They drive forward. Welcome back, Emma.
Hello, how are we? What do we think of the
Ball out forward.
jerseys?
That ball went forward. They're very good.
Very classy.
So what's the story behind them?
Well, we are actually going to get Benny Kent up here later. I won't touch on that. He's going to have a chat. And he'll explain the whole meaning behind it. He also helped, he had also Paris Knox helping him design this. And I was just down with first grade. They've had a lovely speech from Mark Sutherland. And Benny once again going through the shirts for the boys and just representing the importance.
So both the men's first grade and the women's Guernseys associated in the same way?
Yes, they're exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good defence from the Magpies. They lead 5-0. 4 quarters, 4 10-minute quarters. Oh, nice tackle.
Great tackle there.
Ellie Hannaford.
And she's our captain alongside Tegan Barnaby. And our coaches are Nick Bradbury and Luke Barnaby.
It's a big day for the Barnabys, and there's another Barnaby running around somewhere as well today.
Yeah, very big day.
Hopefully, hoping he's going to have a win. He certainly is.
That's
well, he's
right.
hoping he's going to have a win. Have you voted?
I did this
you
morning.
did. Good girl.
I was really
Was
upset
it
because as
mayhem?
I left, they turned the Barbie on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, it hurt.
Well, I tell you what, they'd have a lot of paper to start the fire with because there were pamphlets absolutely everywhere.
That's it.
Jeez. Here we go. Nice strong win. Strong run, sorry. Moving forward. Ball laid back.
So after
Nice
this.
gap. Look at this.
Oh, great run there from Candice. Candice Duckett. Wow.
That was good play. Found the extra player outside.
Great run. Candice Duckett. We really saw her shine a lot last year. She did a really good job last year.
Okay, we're counting down for the end of the first quarter. It'll be a 12-0 lead to the Magpies.
How was the end of second grade there?
I think both teams were extremely happy when the siren went. A 34-17 win to Magpies. But probably rate it, without being too rude, as the worst rugby game I've seen in my life. Lackluster. A 34-17 win to Magpies, good. Barbars could have won the game. They have skills, they have size, they had everything. Their minds weren't on the game. They scored 2 long-distance tries when they put the effort in. They were too busy concentrating on niggling, upsetting the referee. One player gets 10 minutes in the bin for back chat. A second could have gone. One from the Magpies. 1 or 2 could have gone from the other team. Very lacklustre game. Individual performance has got the Magpies over the line with a strong 34-17 win, but a lot of work to be done on both teams. Written and spoken by Ray McCoy. For any further contact, please give me a call. It was a shocker, Em.
Wow. I thought it looked pretty good down there.
That's what I mean. It was a shocker.
Well,
There's the end of the first quarter.
and there's been
I'll
an
take a
injury
big
as well.
breather, chill, and it's a 12-0 lead to the Magpies at the moment.
Hello.
Okay, we've had a chill pill. Was still a bad game. All right.
Okay.
Emma's very upset at the moment. By the way, welcome back to Rugby Park here in Tamworth, home of the Magpies. There are party pies being delivered absolutely everywhere, except at the commentary desk.
And look, it is our Indigenous round today, very special round. And of course, the girls are the first ones to wear our new jerseys designed by Ben Ken and Paris Knox, who have done an amazing job. And after this game, we will have a smoking ceremony, a welcome to country before we kick off first grade.
What happens to the Guernseys, ladies? Are they being auctioned?
I think
or
they
do
get
keep
first
them?
choice if they want to, otherwise it's auctioned off after that.
Okay. One will be worth.
And Alec Clydesdale will be doing the auctioneering this afternoon. So thanks to Alec for coming.
All right. Okay, second quarter in the women's 10s, and the Magpies lead 12-0. Looking forward to the first grade game.
Yeah, it'll be a great one. They've had a really great speech from Mark Sutherland, and yeah, it was really good watching them sitting down and listening.
Okay, Magpies on the attack.
Georgia Steenson with the ball.
Lays the ball back. Well done. Some very good skills in this women's team. To see when we started, 3 years ago, and the progress they've made has been absolutely unreal. Luke Barnaby and Nick Barnaby, Bradbury, their coaches. Get on you, Nick.
Siblings, as you like to think now.
Yeah. Nick Bradbury didn't make that 60-metre run today.
No, but he's got some marks on the face.
Got a head that only a mother could love, that boy. Nice run through the middle.
So that's Jess Plowman.
Coming
Alexis
out wide.
Nielsen.
Here we go.
On to Isabel Davis.
Still going. Oh, and she's come back for a second shot, that little girl, which is absolutely brilliant.
Tegan
it's
Barnaby.
like Katie Briggs. That was, and she's a skipper as well, the little number 1 for the Barbars, but that was just great defence. Missed the first time, came back for a second shot. Go girl.
Georgia Steenson.
Bit of cloud coming over now as well. Down here at the nest, a little bit of a breeze as well, but still an enjoyable day.
Yeah,
nice
it is.
rugby
It's lovely.
day.
It is.
Going wide. They've got numbers out there
Alexis
if they need
Nielsen.
them. Away she goes. Out to the wing. Bit of pace.
Athena. I think from what I can see
15,
up here.
yep.
Yeah, Athena.
Athena Christina. Sounds like Athena Christina.
I apologise, I don't know if that is her correct last name. I've seen a couple, but that's what
Oh,
I've
you've made
been
it up.
sent. That's what I've been sent by the coaches. So
Somebody set you up.
we will keep it as Athena Christina.
The name's actually Smith. Nice try. Good bit of pace as well.
There
we are. Conversion
she's
successful.
only young. I think she might even still be.
Young.
Yeah. Wow. But it's so good watching these younger, people come through the club and watching them hone their skills.
Honestly, to see the progress of these young ladies. Who coached the girls last year?
Ben Watts, he did an amazing job last year as well.
Incredible job. The skills they've picked up, their off-season must have been very, very good as well, because the first game we saw them play, they really put it together.
They sure did.
Some wonderful stuff.
Great kick from Ash
ball
Friend
gone
there.
Down.
Great kick.
And it's offside play because the player inadvertently picked it up in front of her. she says sorry. It is what it is. You can't help yourself. The ball's coming towards you. I'll get that.
So Tegan Barnaby.
Her nickname should be Joyce.
Alexis Nielsen.
There we go. Nice strong run from the 12. Alexis Nielsen.
On to Lucy Plowman.
Wow, straight through the middle. One way to go there.
Good run.
It's a strong win.
Nicole Hamilton,
Nicole
number
Hamilton.
6.
Yeah, winger again, or she'll go through the gap. No, we need some wraparounds. Girls coming in to get the ball. They'll go back out to the right again. No, holding down. Yep. On the attack again, moving forward. There we go. It'll be the 5. Addie Reid. Again, one of the things we pointed out, and you can no doubt you can see on the screen as well as we go back to the replay, they're holding their formation, so they're not just all following the ball. They're holding their formation, so it doesn't matter where the play goes. There's somebody ready to pick it up and go. So
Ash Friend for the kick. And she does it. Well done,
There we go.
Ash.
We're on a roll. You can see the Guernseys from where we are in the commentary position. You look down to the girls here on the reserves bench for the Indigenous Guernseys, and they're absolutely brilliant.
Aren't they gorgeous?
And as we know from our Indigenous rounds and talking to Mark earlier, there's a story, no doubt, which Ben will tell us.
Yes.
A story about the Guernsey, because everything that's on the Guernsey is there for a reason.
I believe it's got something to do with paths. So that's something.
Parks?
Paths. P-A-T-H-S.
Paths.
Yes.
Right. Barbars bring it back. Again, good defence. Penalty to the Barbars. Good kick. The breeze is certainly picking up.
Sure is.
Bit of excitement downstairs with the first grade game.
Yeah, there is, definitely. It's shaping up to be a really good day downstairs, and plenty of people around, and as you can see, they're all around the field today, sitting right up on the other side,
good.
which is fantastic. And it's not
Ball
too late
goes
to come
in.
down.
Barbars ball, but nice follow through from the 6, which is Nicole Hamilton from the Magpies. Another penalty. I'll tell you one thing from that second grade game. I've never seen so many penalties. There had to be 100.
Oh, wow. I was just
Here we
taking
go.
photos.
Good run. Bit of pace
Oh,
there.
go
but
Ash. Coming in from Nicole. She misses as well.
this is Katie Briggs, the captain for the Barbars. Good in attack, solid in defence, and again, no one there to support her.
Just over the top of everybody. She just ran through about 4 or 5 players.
So it was a good layback there. No one to support Katie, but again, when the Magpies went for the ball, they knocked on, so it'll be a scrum feed now to the Barbars. About, what are we, 18 metres out. Barbars on the attack. Score is now, it's 26-0. We're in the second quarter. 3 minutes remaining, so we need points on the board as quick as we can for the Barbars.
And I'm pretty sure Athena took that tackle. She did quite well to catch up.
Yeah. Ball goes in.
Straight
It
up
comes
for the
out.
Barbars. Athena, she runs straight in.
They've got to
What
catch
a
her.
run. Amazing. Now number 15, Athena. Fantastic run. That was just great. Great to see.
That's good rugby.
That is.
I couldn't understand the kick because the Barbars got possession rather than hold, but they only had the winger outside, or 2 players outside her. We'll see on the replay in a moment, but the kick was along the ground rather than over their heads, and went straight into the player. As soon as it got decoyed, picked up by the Magpies players, and away they went from there.
And that's where you've just got to be confident in your decision. You don't
Totally.
hold back. You go, I'm getting this. If it gets kicked, I'm going for it. I don't care. You don't hold back and go, I'll wait for that other person to get the ball and then I'll tackle. You need to be first on.
So 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Score certainly getting away now. Again, another strong win, but they're playing some good rugby, the Magpie girls.
They sure are. Ash Friend with another great kick.
Good take as well. She brings it forward. Solid defence.
Well in from Alexis Nielsen there. And sorry, Candice as well.
Strong run there from the 11, which is Marinda Briggs. No doubt related to Katie, the number 1. And a very, very strong name in sport, Briggs. Up around the Moree area as well.
Great tackle there from Candice Duckett.
Ball's gone down.
Followed by Isabel Davis. Picked up by Alexis Nielsen.
Okay, he's gone for a high tackle from the Magpies, so it'll be a penalty to the Barbars. We have 1 minute remaining in the second encounter. They've called a scrum, and it'll be a Barbars feed. So people can follow the Magpies journey on social media.
They sure can on Facebook.
Tamworth Rugby Union Sporting Club.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the information you need. They'll be tomorrow. All the photos will be up of presentations of jerseys and, of course, the games as well. So make sure you like and follow that, and you won't miss any information on the games each week, whether it's home or away.
Is membership available to anyone watching at home or
it sure
away?
is.
How do they go about that? They just go to the...
You just head to tamworthrugby.com.au and there will be a membership button there.
Good as gold. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, who are our major sponsors?
Our major sponsors, Wes, Joe Maguire's, Wi-Fi, Glenwarry Eggs, Cal Rossi and Bell Partners. So thank you so much to those guys.
We just saw a cracking tackle.
And don't forget to like and subscribe for Mac TV so you don't miss any action ever of the rugby.
Here we go again. Only got a draw and part. Oh, ball goes down. That's the end of the second quarter.
It goes so quick.
It certainly does. So at halftime, the Tamworth Magpies lead. Bars live from the nest. It is 33-0. Come back shortly. Welcome back. Okay, exciting second half coming up again. We're coming to you live from the nest, the home of Tamworth Rugby Union here in Tamworth.
And sorry, I need to apologise. Major sponsor WFI, not Wi-Fi. Sorry, in the rush I was reading it. I said Wi-Fi. It's WFI, West Farmers Insurance.
Is that right?
That is right. So
okay.
Thank you to those guys for being our major
Hello,
sponsor.
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. How's your Wi-Fi? Oh, they did? No, that's different Wi-Fi. Sorry, okay. Let's get back to the rugby.
Just
Ray
hush,
McCoy
hush, Ray.
and I'm the jokester, and Emma Bailey here. Glenn O'Rose having another week off. Hope he's got a note when he comes back. We've got some special guests coming up for the first grade game as well. We'll no doubt find out about the Indigenous Guernseys. Mark Sutherland's going to come back up and have a bit of a yarn, being an old boy, or a young old boy as such. And a great place. So don't forget, as we mentioned earlier before the halftime break, like and subscribe on the telly, and if you'd like to become a member, certainly do support our sponsors. But a big one, of course, support rugby. Oh, nice kick, bit of foul back there, and the Magpies get possession. Ellie Hannaford was on the job there. The Magpies on the attack now, 33-0. Let's see what happens in this last two quarters. Another penalty, and also the anticipation here, even on the balcony, building up for the first grade encounter, which should be an absolute cracker. And again, they, like the ladies, have the new Indigenous Guernseys all looking good.
That's right, they sure do.
And again, I like the idea. The Guernseys become a collector's item. So
they do.
They go through the auction and raise some great monies as well. But
they have every year, I tell you.
The Guernsey itself just means a lot to a lot of people. And I think for a lot of the players that actually play in that Guernsey, it means
Yes.
something. So generally they would, as you mentioned earlier, they will have the first shot
Exactly
at
right.
getting the Guernsey. Barbars throw and a Barbars win. Ball not in straight. Short arm.
And Mick Mather is our referee.
On you, Mick.
Mick Mather, and our first grade ref will be Luke Stephen.
I gave him 2 names.
Wow.
Luke Stephen. Righto, here we go.
Nicole with the ball.
Ball
Straight out to
coming
Tani
wide.
Reid. From Tegan Barnaby onto Ellie Henneford. Ellie Henneford out to Candice Duckett, who just smashes her once again. She's got speed.
See little things you pick up watching the girls. They've been trained well there. Even when they've got one of the girls moving forward, they've got a trailer just behind them. So if the runner does hit the deck, you've got that trailer right behind you, so the play continues. So they play a good brand of rugby.
They sure are.
So what's the story with their coaches, Luke Barnaby, and we know Nick Bradbury. He's could have played for Australia but didn't. And
So
Luke
who
Barnaby.
tells everyone anyway.
Exactly. So Luke Barnaby.
Of course, married to Tegan Barnaby, the co-captain against, with Ellie Henneford. Look, I don't really know too much. I know he played for the club, like for Magpies, and I think he played for the Cowboys, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
I could be wrong, Dungowan Cowboys. I could be wrong, but yeah, we might even catch up with him next home game and find out the backstory.
Good as gold. Well, their skill level is absolutely brilliant. Again, it doesn't happen overnight, so the off-season, but also last year as well, and from day one. But they've the club as a whole invested very well in these young ladies, and the women's 10 doing extremely well to the point they're leading 38-0 with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. We've got
Which
10 minutes after this.
I just think that soon it'll have to be 15
Well, it grows to that.
because you see how many girls
Here
are
we
sitting
go.
on the
She's away.
sideline.
She's away. Let's see how Kate. Good. See,
Tani Reid.
little Katie Briggs, the captain, the number 1 for the Barbars, is just in absolutely everything. No wonder she's a skipper. But great in defence, great follow through there, good in attack, and no doubt an inspiration to this little team. We've got a replacement with Kiara coming on. Remembering in the first 5 minutes, Barbars lost 2 girls with an ankle and a knee injury as well, so their numbers are down.
Yes, that's for sure.
But we mentioned earlier, the fact they've come down from the mountains
It's very
to
impressive.
give it a shot, very impressive indeed, and that's what regional sport's all about.
And next week we head up the hill to the Blues, where we'll see seconds, women's, and first once again.
Winter in the mountains.
Yes. So pack your woolies. All right, they're going to have a few changes here for Magpies, I think, in just a moment.
Ball's gone back.
Straight in from Candice. Great tackle. Backed up by Ellie Henneford
Well,
and Isabel Davis.
There'll be a turnover here and the Magpies will score because there's not a lot of... There's a penalty. Holding, so it'll be a penalty to the Magpies. Quick play indeed. No, they're holding back a little bit. We mentioned earlier, it's that urgency. If there's a breakdown in play, the team that puts their foot on the pedal straight away gets the advantage, no doubt. A lot of strength there.
So Lucy Plowman almost getting over that line, and then it was followed up by, I think, Ellie Henneford. Sorry if I've got that wrong. It might have been Isabel.
We'll
but
see
I
the
think it was
replay
Ellie.
coming forward over here. So kick to come.
Well, sir, I will be leaving you once again, and I'll be right back. I'm off to take some photos.
Conversion was successful. And the quality of the broadcast simply just went up again.
Did it?
Okay, goodbye, Emma. Join you for the first grade encounter or later on from there. Let's carry on. This is the third quarter for the women's 10s. And already we are talking 45 points to 0 with the Magpies leading. Nice run. And unlike the earlier game, the Bar ladies certainly having a bit of a dig. It may be 45-0, but that's been through some very, very good rugby from the Magpie girls. But the young ladies from the Bar certainly having a big dig. The referee has found a penalty. So it's gone to the Barbars. But they're safe from a coach's point of view. They'd be very keen. The Magpies would be very keen now to keep that scoreline to 0. That would be their push at the moment, to concentrate on defence apart from scoring points. The reverse of that would be Barbars would be very, very keen now to get over and score some points. 3 minutes remaining in that third quarter. Magpies get the ball. Spread it straight away. It's Amy Watts down, now moving out. The wingers. Again, they do this well. They'll actually draw the players in, then they'll spread the ball wide. They've got pace on both wings. Isabel Davis out wide, go up through the middle again. Their structure is very good indeed. Now the girls are already spread with the back line for the Magpies, but they take it forward one more time. Got players in place. Down the right hand side. Ellie Hannaford, ball goes out to our 15, which again is Athena, scored before, showing a lot of pace, and again the points continue piling on from there. 1:52 remaining in the third quarter. And a big shout out to everyone involved today in putting on what is another brilliant display at the ground itself, at the Nest. And the club's certainly in a good situation at the moment. The ground is in fine condition. The amenities on fire, the barbecue with Carol Rossi catering as well. And there's some brown lemonade and other drinks available should you require those. Plus a bit of tray service here on the balcony, so it's well worth coming down. As we mentioned earlier, if you're watching on the TV, then subscribe and like. But if you'd also like to become a member, then come on down and enjoy a day's rugby here at Rugby Park. Magpies kick off. That's Kiara Tegamov. He goes forward. Good defence from the Magpies in the last 60 seconds of the third quarter. We have a girl down with an injury, so the referee has called that, and he's called the end to the quarter. Whilst we, no, she's up and about, which is good. So that's the end of the third quarter. 1 to go, 10 minutes to go in our women's 10s, and we'll come back to Rugby Park. Ray McCoy with you, and we've got one more quarter in the women's 10s, and then we've got the big first grade encounter on the Indigenous round in round 3 of the New England Rugby, and it is the Magpies, Tamworth Magpies against Barbars. Back shortly. And a very good afternoon. Welcome back. Ray McCoy with you. We are coming to you live from the Nest, which is Rugby Park here in Tamworth, the home of the Tamworth Magpies. And we are celebrating Indigenous round. This is the second game of the day. It's the women's 10s at the moment. Magpies leading 50 points to nil. The earlier game in reserve grade, a win to the Magpies 34-17. A big shout out to all the major sponsors for the Tamworth Magpies, and that is West Entertainment Group, Joe Maguire's, W5 and Glen Warry Eggs. We've got Cara Rossi and Bell Partners, and of course to Mac TV as well. As we mentioned earlier, brand new Guernseys on the ladies from the Magpies to celebrate Indigenous round. That'll happen again in the first grade encounter, and we'll find out the full story behind the design of the Guernseys in the first part of the first grade encounter. As play continues on, good crowd on hand here at Rugby Park. Barbar's throw and a win. A long pass out. So they move forward. Give the Barbar girls a pat on the back. They've had a couple of injuries very, very early indeed. And maybe not getting points on the board, but certainly having a dig, and that's what it's all about. Ball carries on, goes out wide now. They've got the winger in place. It's Katie Briggs, had a crack of the game so far. The skipper lost the ball there, it's been raked out. It's play on so far. Magpies in possession. I'll go straight forward. They've had a very good game plan today. The Magpies have been dragging the opposition into a condensed defensive line, then spreading the ball wide. They're doing it again now. Ball goes out wide. Again, they've got some pace. Ball back inside. There's those skills again. Ellie Hannaford down. Ball goes back again. They've got the numbers out wide. Playing an advantage. I'll go forward again. And again, whilst they're going forward now, drawing one in, they're actually spreading their players wide. So they've got a back line in place if need be. The ball goes back out. They're playing the advantage. We're going back over here for a high tackle from the Barbars. So it'll be a penalty to the Magpies. Magpies throw. Short arm penalty now to the Barbars. 7 minutes remaining. The crowd certainly building up. The balcony now is, I want to say, probably about 70% capacity, so everyone anticipating a very exciting first grade encounter. Those that have didn't bring a jumper in have certainly gone out to the car to grab it. It's going to become a little bit cooler as we progress throughout the afternoon. Barbars moving forward. Holding down, so it'll be a penalty to, bit of frustration from the Barbars. A penalty to Magpies. Big kick. She's found touch with that. So it's the Magpies on the attack again. Barbars ready to lift, as are the Magpies. Up it goes, straight over. Ball's been knocked forward from Ellie Hannaford from the Magpies. Just starting preparation now for the smoking ceremony. Celebrating our Indigenous round. The Barbars feed. Ball goes in, good kick forward. Solid defence from Amy Watts. It's 50 points to 0, and the Bar girls having a bit of a chuckle amongst themselves. Great attitude, really good attitude. Hard-fought game, 50 points to 0, and they're still enjoying their rugby. Okay, it's going to be a scrum. Your Barbar's feed. Ball wraps around. Good defence from the Magpies. Block it off. Ball's gone loose. Retrieved by the Barbars. Pick and drive. Laid back again, but good push from the Magpies in defence. They've turned the ball over, but the referee is... We have a player hurt. Yet to see his ruling, but it's either a scrum, it's a scrum I'm assured. Yes, it is. It's a scrum. It'll be a feed to Magpies. Young Barbar lady up and at him again, which is good. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Strong win. Ball goes out wide. Draw the players through the middle at this stage. Down, lays the ball back. Magpies have done this well all day. Spread wide now. And you will note from the TV, from the wide screen, that whilst they actually draw the players in, they're also setting up their players to attack in a very strong back line as well. Out to the wing. Meanwhile, the other girls will now form back in line, but not needed as she pushes forward. And another strong try to our number 13. That's Isabel Davis. So again, that moves on the scoreline. But as you can see from the game itself, and a bit of fatigue for the Barbar girls at the moment. But as I've kept saying all game, having a dig. Kick didn't quite make it. As you saw on the replay, a nice strong effort down the left-hand side from the Magpies. As we come back for the last 2.5 minutes of the encounter. There's the kick-off. It'll go straight back to Magpies as well. They've got possession. It's Amy Watts going forward again. Passes the ball off. It's Addie Reid, strong run again, getting the ball away. Alexis Nielsen going wide again. Only got a hit and run, and away we go. The 13 back in again. Isabel Davis again, another try. As we count down the last 2 minutes, it'll be a very strong win indeed. Great rugby from the Tamworth Magpies, but very, very, very conscious of the effort put in by the Barbar girls, which has been very strong indeed, having a dig. So we now look forward to the first grade game. A few changes from the team that took the field for the Magpies last week, and again a lacklustre, although there was an effort, lacklustre performance last week on the back of a strong win the week prior in round number 1. So round number 3 sees them up against the Barbars. And again, for me personally, an unknown quantity as to what the Barbars bring to the table, but certainly with the ability to that you've got within that Magpies first grade team, we should be in for an enterprising game indeed. A few little things to take care of between now and then with the ceremony for the Indigenous round, but we'll address that in just a moment as we await another player to come back on. And we're in the last 60 seconds of this women's game. Kick off from Magpies straight to the 11. That's Marinda Briggs. Lays the ball back. Offside play from the Amy Watts. Kiara Tegemove, a strong run from the Barbars. But again, nice defence from the Magpies as well. Ball goes loose. Marinda Briggs picks up the ball, moves it forward again. Good rucking out from the 11 from it's Jess Plowman. Very strong indeed in the breakdown. And referee said, well, that'll do for the day, and that will be it as the girls shake hands and show they should. A very strong win to the Tamworth Magpies, and that is a 60.2-0 win. But big pat on the back for the young ladies from the Barbars as well. And congratulations to everyone involved with the ladies' competition. Certainly very strong indeed. Okay, we'll take a break in just a moment. We're getting ready. The smoking ceremony, certainly preparations in place. We've got a couple of things to address as well. And we come back for what's going to be a very, very exciting first grade encounter on Indigenous round here in round 3 of the New England Rugby competition. Ray McCoy with you. We are coming to you live from Rugby Park, the home of the Tamworth Rugby Union Sporting Club. Good afternoon and welcome back. This is Councillor Mark Sutherland.
My name is Mark Sutherland. I'm a proud Goulburn man. I've been born and raised here in Tamworth. I've been asked on behalf of the club to speak and provide a look for the country on such a special day. I'd like to say Yama. Yama Gomora. Walla Vanya Rungawa. Yama Murray, Marumara, Ale Down. Dilia Yanbali. Karen Maristai will go right now on Nida. Manala Nida. Rangalawa. That's the language spoken by our families and our community right across Tamworth, making sure that we acknowledge the country that we're on. That we pay respects to elders who have cared and still care for this country. Today is such a special day where we work collectively to create a legacy. Magpies, the Barbarians, work tirelessly to create a legacy of your own. That's what shapes culture, that shapes our identity and us who we are. Here in this country we have a proud identity that makes us who we are, and to be able to work collectively to champion and recognise the work and contribution that Aboriginal people have made to rugby, both nationally, internationally, but also here in the group. Today's such a special day, and I'd like to thank both clubs for their ongoing commitment and dedication to walking forward together and also have a good game to rugby. Yeah, up the Magpies.
There we go, that is Councillor Mark Sutherland, who we spoke to earlier in the day, doing the welcome to country.
Mark and Grant are both old boys to Tamworth Rugby in 41, so it's good to see the old boys back.
As you are aware, if you've been with us for most of the day, we had a nice long chat with Mark earlier in the commentary. And Mark is a former Magpies old boy, and as a councillor here on Tamworth Regional Council, doing an absolutely mighty job. And as it said earlier, has community at heart. And again, not just with the sporting community, the community as a whole, and not just Indigenous, but just he's just one of the bright lights, the guiding lights as we move forward with our Tamworth community and surrounding areas. Well, we're in for a cracker game indeed. We're going to have a couple of celebrity guests coming up throughout the afternoon indeed, and we're looking forward to a great game of rugby. One of the good things here with rugby is that it's the unknown. Certainly with the Magpies, we've seen the 3 games, a very, very strong win in round number 1. A lacklustre performance last week, but certainly a bit of an effort, and then we await them in round 3. The Barbars, I have not seen them play at all, so for me it's very exciting to see how we go from there. But again, as you can see from the Guernseys, you've seen earlier in the ladies' game, some special Guernseys being made for our Indigenous round. We'll find out throughout the course of the afternoon the story behind those, and as to what will happen to them down the track, auction-wise or sale-wise, and they're going to raise some great money for the club in the pools. Liam Allen has the ball. He is the number 10 for the Magpies. He will take the kick-off, and may all go well. It's an absolutely brilliant highlight, I guess, for our Indigenous round here at Magpie Park. There we go. Here's the whistle. The girls celebrating their win, and it's game on. Hayden Shoemaker takes the ball for Barbars. With the sorting out period, the first 5 minutes, we no doubt nice strong defence. Certainly work both teams around the park to see where their strengths and weaknesses are. First penalty of the day. That goes to Barbars. Coming up towards halfway now, and it's Barbars on the attack. Strong win for the Barbars. Ball goes out wide. Punch through the middle now. Nice break straight away. Luke Armitage with a nice strong run over the halfway line. Attacking in numbers. Again, the Barbars spread out to the left exceptionally well. Condensed, but spread out. Driving the ball forward. Numbers stay there. They spread back to the right as well. Very good formation. Ball comes to the right. Good defence from the Magpies. And first penalty for the Magpies for holding down. Liam Allen to take the kick. Away it goes. Win by Magpies, throws it back, clear it back out. Liam Allen running wide. Strong running through the middle. It's Massey. The referee's found a knock on, so he'll pull the ball back. Enterprising first 3 minutes of the game. Very quick pace. It's going to be a Barbars feed. Strong wind coming out wide. Straight away. Ayaki, clearance kick. Sean Barnes brings the ball up. Back on the halfway line. Go down the blind side. Finn Lambeth pulled it back. It's a bit of a loose pass from the number 6, which was Finn Lambeth. With the saving grace, and the Magpies get the penalty. Good to see a great crowd on hand here on the balcony where we are with the commentary team. A lot of the old boys came back again from last week, and just the regular supporters that are very avid Magpie fans, which is good to see. Okay, Magpies on the attack. They have the throw. Sam White to throw. Into the hands of the Barbars. See the defensive line for the Magpies streaming up, which is good. Ball going wide for the Barbars. 1-on-1, ball goes wide. Splits that back through the middle. Cover defence comes across. Caleb Bergen. Again, strong again. Good combination of attack and defence. Yeah. We'll put that over there. Throw on. Right, our man of many talents, Mark Sutherland, back with us. Welcome back, mate.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Well done, mate. Nice little opening to the game, the Indigenous round.
Yeah, it was a special moment. I was down in the sheds presenting the players with their jerseys,
yep.
which was really a powerful moment to have a bit more of an intimate conversation with the players, and then to be asked to do Welcome to Country here today is a special moment, undoubtedly.
Okay, well, today's going to be a first for you, not only a part of the day, but I think from a commentary point of view. I've spoken to the club, and they said you made a very good impression with your chat earlier, so that we'll run through this, and I think, mate, there's a contract being prepared at the moment, so we'll go back. Being an old boy,
yep.
Well, a young old boy.
Young old boy.
We're now going to call on your skills as a commentator.
Oh,
we right? Okay, so I'll be the dribbler, and you can be the expert. Is that okay? Oh, here we go. Nice bit of file back from there. There we go. A strong game in the girls, mate. A strong win.
Yeah, it was a good win.
But I did say 60 points to nil, but we're very, very impressed with the effort the Barbar girls put in.
Yeah.
They didn't give up.
Yeah, the physicality was really strong. And one thing that I noticed was the tidiness of the rucks.
Yeah.
You know, I think the technical aspect of the clean-outs and the rucks were really good. Probably something some of the men can look at when it comes to, hitting the ground and getting some good clean ball back to the fly half. So it was good to watch.
I see one of the traits the girls did exceptionally well in attack. They're using a trailer. So you've got your lead runner running forward. They've got a trailer standing or running like at the most a metre behind you. So as the ball hits the deck, suddenly there's next runners there, pick it up, clean it out, and move again from there. And from an opposition point of view, that tires you out.
Yeah, and it's so important to not run in isolation. A lot of the players that come over from league, I think, they get the ball and they kind of run one out. They might make some good meters, but by the time the contact and they hit the ground, they're in a bad position for the team. So I think the women done a really good job. It was a really fun game to watch. Skill levels, and I see the Barbar girls even in the last quarter. They're down 60-0. A couple of things going wrong. Having to chuckle. Yeah.
Like enjoying the game, enjoying what it's all about. We kept saying from day one with the difference again going rugby league and rugby union, there's no park benches and there's no trees. There's nowhere to have a rest.
Correct.
You're on there, you're on there.
Correct.
Okay, away we go. So it's the Magpies going forward. Okay, so a relieving penalty. for barbars. Have you seen barbars go around at all?
No, I haven't. This is my first time getting a look at them.
Have you seen the Magpies go around?
Yes.
Okay, so you've seen the well, I hate to say it, but the skill level from the last couple of years to the footy they're playing this year is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, big Sammy. Now that's a run.
Yeah.
Oh, holding on.
Yeah, which is a shame. You saw the amount of support there that Sammy had behind him.
He's trimmed out a bit too, Big Sam.
He's a good-looking human, that's for sure. I think it's the mustache.
I think it is, mate.
Yeah.
It looks like both teams wanting to play it at a fast pace and play wide when they get the opportunity, Mark.
Yeah, there's always the temptation.
You've got to earn it.
Early on to shift the ball, but, as someone who's spent a lot of time playing 5'8", the power of the piggies, you can't underestimate it. Keeping the ball in the ruck.
Totally.
Keeping it tight, winning the yardage.
William Allen with a nice clearing kick. I tell you what, that's going to be better than he anticipated, I think. Will it stay in? Yes, it'll stay in. That was a no-win for the fullback, wasn't it?
Yeah, Magpies seem to be winning the territory game.
Nice crowd on hand.
Yeah, the weather's starting to get a bit of cloud and a bit of coverage. Which is
There we go,
not
ball
too
again.
bad.
There's a bit of pace out here. There we go, through the middle again. Wrong choice. This is enterprising rugby.
Yeah, Magpies were lucky then. I think there are a few players there that might not have got back behind the feet.
A little number 11 making all there. This is 11 back here. His name's Banjo. Good on you, Banjo Clark. Still in. No, ball's gone out now.
That was a good kick by Liam Allen. Touched in right at the end too by the winger. Now hopefully Magpies can win the line out.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Every time I'm here, Mark Sutherland's stealing my job.
Didn't you know? The club's prepared him a contract. He's in.
Wow. He showed that undefeated shirt and he's in.
Oh, not the best pass in the world. It was a no-win. I think Sean Barnes' diamonds may have been interrupted a little bit. Or was that part of the ceremony? What's he doing? He's down. Oh, I think the goalie's got a bit of a whack there, so he's having a bit of a break. How's things downstairs, Em? Anything to report?
It's building down there, that's for sure. It's looking really, really good. It's great vibe and everyone's catching up, which is really special and really nice.
Bit of a social occasion as well.
That's
what
right.
happens after the game socially here? Does everyone hang around?
Yeah,
What goes
they'll
on?
get food, drinks, probably too many, whether that's brown lemonade or soft drink. And then, yeah, they'll auction off the jerseys. And yeah, it's in for a good night. It's always a good night here.
I didn't realise there was any water around Magpies, but I've been asked to be a part of a boat race or something. I don't know.
You'll have fun with that.
Don't know how that's going to go.
I can't wait to see that. That's going to be gold.
Haven't been on the water for a while, so.
Do you know what?
You got your license still, or?
The boat races get me because you've played, you've gone in to have a shower, you've had the shower, then you get the schooner and you finish it. And what do you do with it? You put it on your head.
Once you've finished it, but you got to finish it.
Yeah, but there's still going to be, you know.
The
well,
best
hang on, I've seen some
when
of the
you're
blokes
too
drinking.
fast and it just goes straight down the shirt after you've had a
Yeah,
shower.
go
That's
on.
the worst. Now, I don't know if they covered it, but the importance of a smoking ceremony.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Yeah, well, smoking ceremonies, along with welcoming countries, have been a part of a public ceremony that's happened here for a long time. It's what we call now traditional protocols. Like any kind of protocol, whether it be work or sport, actions we put in place to keep things safe.
Yeah.
you know, and so welcome to countries, acknowledging where we're at and that people have spent time caring for and looking after a place.
Wow.
You know, really does lay a good foundation to know that, as I said before, we have a responsibility to where we're at.
Totally.
Exactly.
I think that's something we can all relate to, but smoking ceremony itself is a public ceremony that's been practiced for a long time.
Yep.
And so it's great to see it included.
And the, players putting the smoke over their body.
Yep.
What's that representing?
Yeah. And so it's a lot of different layers to it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we can speak about is just that, that whole idea of smoke being created by what's around us on country, which again we're connected to, but once that smoke passes over our body,
Yeah.
it just travels through country.
Yeah, wow.
It lets everything know that we're here.
That's really special.
Yeah, so it's a good way of making sure that country knows where we're at and what we're doing. Again, it's all a part of a larger
Yeah, wow.
public ceremony, but it's good to see it included in days like this
100%.
and flexibility being made to incorporate cultural practices into public spaces.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what people take for granted?
Gotta
Try,
try
try.
Maggies.
We'll just see. We'll catch the replay here, so we'll having a yarn. A couple of boys a bit upset. Here we go from the scrum. It's actually a blind pass down the blind.
Whitey again coming in with the try.
That was good play. So it's not even a dummy to the left, but simply a pass back across the ruck to the to Big Sam on the right hand side on the wing and go over for the points. Just going back to the smoking ceremony, one of the things I like is the fact that people take for granted is the fact that these protocols have been in place for years after years after years. It's not something that's just been introduced.
Correct.
And just think about the situation as to when it came in, and we won't put years on it, but that was an act of respect back in those days. If you're welcome to our country, this is what we're going to do and the like from there. So, I think people, if they, yes, I am biased, but you just take the time, understand the concept of the smoking ceremonies, of the other procedures that take place with the Indigenous people, and embrace it, move forward.
Yeah, for sure. Saw the conversion unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it probably highlights the point that you're making to say that Aboriginal cultural practices have happened for a long time here across Australia.
Yep.
And, historically there might not have been spaces where they've been able to exist in. And so being able to create spaces, whether it be at amazing rounds like this, Indigenous round, whether it be in other public forums, because the opposite of that is erasing public ceremonies, public spaces. And I think we can all agree that we probably don't want to contribute to the continual erase of culture. And we want to try to support it where possible and where appropriate. And that's the conversation.
Well, I'll give you a heads up. On the other code that we don't talk about at the moment is that when you go to a World Cup or whatever the case may be, the Kiwis have got the haka.
Yeah.
The Aboriginals have their dance as such. What do the Aussies got?
Yeah. Still a proud...
No. What do they got? We had to make up a dance. We had to make up something to actually fit our culture.
Yeah, and then it's the last thing you want, personally, I think that you want to start to do is trying to compare cultures.
It's totally right.
Across each other, I think when you look at other countries being able to celebrate their identity, I think that's a really positive thing. And as Australia, people who represent the country, they want to find ways to showcase their identity in different platforms.
I reckon,
and it's about creating space for that to happen, and
a safe space.
Yeah, and giving that, allowing that to occur without throwing shade on people who are doing it.
We'll leave it now, but here's one for me. How about the Aussies? If we did a cultural one, ours would be, because we all come out the boat. Now we either had a whip or we had irons on. Row your boat. That's ours. That's it. All right, let's get back to rugby. Pleasure having you here, mate. Did you like that, Em?
I think Mark's quitting now. He's like, what the? I'm going to deal with this.
I thought you were going to say we could all walk around waltzing Matilda.
Oh, gee. I tell you, it's a cracker, isn't it?
Classic.
Hey?
I know. Today's youngsters talk about bangers. Can't get a bigger banger than...
What's a banger? Used to be a sausage.
Yeah.
Bangers and mash.
And it was a cracker. A cracker wasn't a banger. A cracker was... I don't know.
No, that's what the young people today are calling
good music.
Really good
What's
music.
hip?
Oh, really?
Hip, yeah. Yeah, like a good song. They'll say,
That's a banger.
Like, yeah. Let's say John Mellencamp has a load of bangers, like good #1 billboard hits.
Well, bangers meant something totally different when I was at school, but that's another story. We're not going there. Righto, let's get back to the rugby, Mark. You're leading us astray. Here we go. Oh, no, too late from there. We're in for a good game here indeed. 5-0. Tamworth Magpies lead after, well, there's 22 minutes remaining. 22 from 35.
I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed a bit from the Magpies is a little bit of the craftiness around from the halfback there, Caleb Bergen. You know,
Yes.
You've seen him set the try up before where he went to the left of the ruck and then passed it back across.
He's been a great asset so far this season.
Yeah, I think the control of the ruck, you know, Magpies seem to be dominating in that space.
Yeah, for sure. Sean Barnes.
Good run. Mark, if they had an old boys game, would you put your hand on Wacker Guernsey on?
Yes.
Oh, nice pass. Flick pass back
Fantastic
inside.
Fletcher steer.
Big number 8,
Down.
Will Burke.
Oh, I think you'll find that was 6, sorry.
What's the numbers here as we run through. Nice flick. Ball back inside.
Caleb Bergen again with the flick pass.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's the number 6. Good on you, Em. Just testing to make sure you picked it up.
Yeah.
Finn Lambeth. Well done. It's a quick game of rugby for the boys. Good work there. Righto, replay showed, so they're over for the points there indeed. Nearly halfway. 20 minutes remaining. Liam Allen lining up.
Sorry, 6 is actually Walker Harrison.
Whoever did the program, seriously.
I know. Blame me. Blame me.
Oh, nice kick. What's his name?
Liam Allen.
I know his name.
Just helping you out, right?
Who's the
making
6?
Sure you're paying attention. That is Walker Harrison, the captain today.
So who's number 7?
Number 7. Good question. I'll find out. I'll have a look around. I think that he might be Finn.
So they've changed.
I'll fill you in.
Jeez, I tell you what. I only had one job. It's like this at work, Mark, through the week at the radio station. You gotta go.
It must be hard carrying everyone.
Oh, tell you what.
His shoulders are hurting.
She's got a nose ring because they've got to lead her around.
Aidan Doherty with the great run in there.
Cole Fogarty, a teaser goer. You're not happy, bud. Looks like our winger got a bit of a shoulder problem down here, looking at
Fletcher
towards
Steer.
Is it Fletcher?
That's Fletcher.
Complained about a shoulder, and they looked him up and said, "Mate, toughen up." That's the way to play, boy. Well, that's what I said when I was lip reading anyway.
Dear.
So we might get you to being an X58, Mark. This is Mark Sutherland, folks, by the way. Councillor Mark, we call him. We might get you to critique Liam Allen's 5'8" game. Okay. Well, let's talk about your defence, Liam. Oh, I tell you.
How was that?
The line speed was good.
Hey?
The line speed was good. Speed off the line was good.
By the time he got there, the player had moved 5 metres. Anyhow, righto, let's carry on. Tell you, it's a hard team up here, Mark. You're either perfection or we're India. That's about it. Well, opportunity now. Defend out of this.
Yeah, and ball control seems to be the big point again.
Patience?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good to see Cloudy on the bench. Again, after having a knee injury.
That boy is talented. Is Michael Orcher on the bench?
Our international ref has rode into the program today to say that he has taught Mark everything he knows about being a fly half.
Well,
do you have a comment on this?
See that, mate, as soon as you're
never played as a fly half, but definitely had number 10 on my back.
As soon as you're successful, everyone wants to jump on board and take credit.
Oh, credit where credit's due, I guess. As a junior, Magpies always had good juniors.
Okay.
We were undefeated as the 17s, but also at the same year the 19s won.
Yeah, wow.
You know, so that's
Healthy.
was a part of that, and you know, so there was a really good.
So did the grade
fantastic.
the years following that, did the grade teams do well as those players transitioned from juniors to seniors?
Yeah, it was still pretty competitive. I think first grade was still really strong, and there probably wasn't a really smooth transition for those juniors to move through the grades. And so for myself and a lot of other juniors for Magpies kind of found space over in rugby league.
Who'd you go and play for?
West.
Everyone did.
West Leagues. Maybe won 5 grand finals in a row there, but I can't quite remember the exact number.
Bit like Penrith.
We've had another anonymous message.
Thanks, Muggsy.
We've had another anonymous message. Someone has commented saying, hang on, Mark passed the ball, Muggs does not. This is from our anonymous.
You're just giving him a name. Well done, Muggsy. Why isn't he working?
No, that wasn't from Muggsy. That's an anonymous source has also written in.
All right.
Oh, well, I think in seeing the Barbarians line up here, you know, hopefully can get a good play. What's that? A scrum pretty close out, with 5 metres out. See pretty deep back line. Hopefully they can put something on to...
Well, 12-0 now. We've got 16 minutes remaining.
Let your steers come off. Give that shoulder a rest or wrap it up.
What can they do here, Mark? I'd run straight at Liam Allen.
He's levelled a lot of people.
Pull him in. See, there's your gap inside.
Yeah.
Your gap's actually inside Liam from the scrum out. Okay, ball goes down. Saving grace for the Magpies.
Yeah, I think it was accidental offside. There the ball dropped by the 5'8", and then one of the forwards come across and picked it up.
The first game here that Magpies had to win, the winning try from Liam Allen, which I'm pretty sure it went for probably 45 metres by the time they got in the clubhouse. It was 120.
Yeah, that's right.
But he showed some pace as well.
Yeah, well, there's a good touch finder from Liam. I think it was 15 metres out, now line out on halfway.
Let's see what happens here. Tell me, Emma, the eminent national coach that's watching the game from home at the moment is involved with the third grade when they do play here. Does he actually get to get on the field this year, or it's sort of purely as an advisory role?
No, that he'll get on the field as well this year. It's just having a short break for work and then coming back at the end of May. And unfortunately, I think third grade only have 9 games
I
this
heard
season.
totally different. I heard that he had his people talking to the club, and there was a dispute regarding contracts.
Wow.
And player payments, and he wasn't coming back to Australia.
That he's an international player.
He wasn't coming back to Australia until things were in place and contracts signed, so that'll be interesting. When do third grade play their first game?
I think in like 3 weeks maybe.
Well, you got 3 weeks to work out that scenario, which would be good. Okay.
Well, I'm going to pass the headset over to Benny Kent, and he's brought a special guest. Oh, you're going to Paris Knox, and she's going to talk about the design of the jersey, and we've also got Benny Kent here.
Let's say. G'day, Paris.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Where's Ben?
He's just behind.
He's over there. He's not even talking. Check in. Hey, brother. Come over. If you can stand between Mark and Paris, he'll actually pick you up as well. Paris, welcome along. Mark Sutherland, everyone knows as well. So congratulations on the design of the new Guernseys. So just fill us in. What's the story behind the Guernsey?
No, thanks for that. So the jerseys.
Pull up. Yep.
Pull
That's
it.
Go, girl.
So the jerseys behind, the story behind the jerseys for this year for the Magpies is that there's magpie footprints on the jerseys, which obviously represents the club and who they are.
Mm-hmm.
The cross-hatching represents Goomera country, and the community symbols represent the club as a whole and all the different nations a part of the club, coming together as one. And then the stars represent our ancestors watching over us and our old people. And then the handprints, I'll let Lil Ben explain that.
Yeah, so just with the handprints, it's just that inclusion for everyone. What they're going to leave onto the club, that print, that's going to sparkle down and leave for the generations to come to look back onto. And like, too, with the Indigenous round, this is something that Liam Allen has started at the club, and we're proud for that, and glad that we were able to incorporate this into Magpies culture. And it's been the 3rd year that we've done this, and each year we're going to try and up it more and get more meaning into it, so everyone's included and learns the culture too, and that it just shows that inclusion, and that we want to come together and close that gap.
Well done, mate. The disappointing is that there is a gap. Tell me this, Paris, as well. In designing the Guernsey, you don't just simply sit there and go, that's what we're going to do. How much thought and how many changes took place as you worked your way through?
Yeah, well, Lil Ben, he kind of had an idea of what story he'd wanted to be told, and we just sat down and had a good yarn about it and said what we wanted to do, and it was more just sitting there and figuring out how to put pen to paper then and design. We did go backwards and forwards of like, oh no, we should change this, or let's add this and that. But it didn't take us too long. It only took us a couple of days, and we had it sorted out. Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's amazing to have such incredible artists in town. The ability to tell stories through artworks existed for a long time, and to see that reflected in the jerseys of the Magpies is really powerful to see. And one of the comments that were made in the shed was that by wearing the jerseys with the artwork that tells the story, then the players are championing the story itself, and that's such a powerful ability to be able to champion stories through the actions of the players.
Who did the Guernseys for you? Where were they made?
Oh, I'm not too sure. Where were the jerseys made? ICE.
Okay, good as gold. Okay, but a lot of homework here as well, which is absolutely brilliant. Tell me this again, with the making of the Guernsey now and the fact that it looks so good, and the story behind the Guernsey. I would hope that storyline is not restricted just to here today at this ground. There's that story behind that Guernsey. For me, and I'm totally out of text here, but for me, that Guernsey should do a tour.
Oh, no, for sure.
Do you know what I mean? The schools need to understand that it's something that you've created now that actually, and even through council mark, it actually has a life to move forward.
Yeah, there's a massive education piece, that sits behind art and through, the jerseys. And so one thing that's been great to see is the Magpies as a football club, really trying to champion those stories and make sure that the jerseys get the respect they deserve.
Yeah.
That the club and the players know what it is. But you're right, the potential to be able to extend that to the broader community, I think is definitely fantastic.
I've got one question for you, Benny, as well. There are there's 25 Guernseys or thereabouts made out here. What if our community as such wanted to get their hands on a Guernsey? Would that be available?
Yeah, well, I'll answer that really quickly just before you jump in there, Ben. I believe, and you can confirm afterwards, but I've heard rumours that there's an auction after the game, where all of the jerseys that have been worn and been created are up for auction. Is that right?
So they gave the players the option to buy them first. First grade so far has 5, I believe, boys that have brought theirs, and there's still many up for grabs tonight. But they've also got the first season and the second season of Indigenous jerseys designs up for grabs as well.
Well, I think it's great.
Yeah, most of the girls have 17 of the girls before even seeing the jersey has brought their jerseys as well.
So. Putting it out to the community might need a second batch, possibly, but you can see there's a lot of interest in the jerseys.
Yeah, so we're in the planning for next year to getting polos done so we can get the community on the day to wear them as well, and for anyone that wants to buy them.
Well, I'll give you a heads up. I'm hoping to leave here tonight with one of the Guernseys. I'll hang around.
We'll see you at the auction.
We will.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. And I just want to say thank you to the club, Magpies here, for giving me the opportunity to do this with my brother. It's been really, special for us to collaborate on this.
Well, congratulations to both of you. I know you're busy. The Indigenous round, it's growing and growing and growing. Great to have you both here. Congratulations and well done. You got to tell us, this young lady has a busted eye. What have you been fighting?
Oh, no, I had league tag earlier today and copped an elbow to the
Did you play
eyebrow.
Boggabri?
Yeah, Boggabri.
How'd you go?
Yeah, we won.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great
Thanks
to
for
talk
that.
to you, folks. Thank you so much indeed, and congratulations.
Thank
Mark.
you. Thanks for your time.
Okay, there we go. How good is that, Mark?
Yeah,
Go. You're right.
yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic to talk around the activities that the club does
Stay
throughout the year.
We're going to talk and get a photo, Mark.
Yeah, sweet.
we
With old
can-
boys,
Hey.
Indigenous round. I think we've got Ladies' Day coming up.
We all good? There we go. I'll tell you what. We go all right. Well done, guys. Thank you, Doug. Okay. Thanks, guys. Well done. I tell you what. You've got to be proud. You've got to be proud. They're the proudest bunch having put it together, but as one of our Indigenous leaders in the community, mate, you've got to be a proud boy.
Oh, without doubt. Without a doubt. You know, we have such an amazing community, especially with young people right across the board, and to create spaces for young people to flourish,
Yeah.
you know, is a priority of us all, I believe, and it's great to see clubs, you know, and proud clubs like the Magpies embrace that.
It's all good. All right, let's get back to the rugby. We've got 6 minutes remaining in this first half. It's a strong lead at the moment, 12-0. So we've been yarning, but we've also been watching the rugby.
Yeah, that was a great kick there from Barbarians. Caleb putting a little grubber in midfield, but then the kick, hoping to find touch, actually stayed in and puts a lot of pressure now on the Magpies.
I'm just getting the impression watching the game, but from the Barbarians' point of view, in broken play, they've only got to put their foot on the pedal and they can do anything. They've got some speed there.
Yeah, number 13 for the Barbars seem to have some great speed. Oh, there's Benny Coombs.
Nice kick.
Benny Coombs bringing back his kicking days.
Here we go.
Yeah, this player
There's
here,
your
number
13.
13, he's got some speed.
No. See, that's a try. I nearly said wrong choice. He certainly had the pace, but he's got it. And there we go from broken play, and that's the 13. Fletcher Strong. You see on the replay, look at quick as a flash, straight through. The kick may be not the best option, but he's actually beaten three Magpie players to get to the ball.
Yeah, he's got speed to burn. Broken play, he seems to be making some good ground, and
Wow.
they had no other option but to put on the boot. And
Again, we're in that 5 minutes before half time. We call it the Magic 20, the 10 and 10 each side of half time. But again, that's going to put a different complex on the second half now to go to the break leading 12-0. Now with a kick to come, surely. This is Liam Bolton. Yep, there we go.
yeah, knocks it home. I think Magpies just need to get back to just
got a
trying to
game
play
on.
some simple footy. You know, the
that was-
possession's been pretty good. I think there's been some mistakes that the Magpies have made and gave up possession pretty cheap and letting the Barbars back into the game.
Well, that was just pure individual brilliance. He's made a couple of breaks before, but again, taking that foot off the pedal, just relaxing a little bit in the last 5 before half time, and we've now got a game in our hands, 12 points to 7.
Yeah, that's a good kick. Good kick by Liam Allen.
And it's going to be a Magpies feed. Again, redemption now with 4 minutes to go would be to get more points.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Definitely. This is what the Maggies have been training for. 4 minutes left in the half, set play, open field. I can see Liam Allen now trying to plan something. See what the Magpies can put together.
With Michael Orcher on. Here we go. Few skills, second runner straight through the gap, and that is so good. Liam Allen lays the ball back. You only need a strong runner now, but we've got the players out wide.
Yeah, they need to take the ball out to the right. Liam's
Got
calling
numbers
for
out
it.
there. We go again, right outside. Oh no, ball's gone forward. Okay, well that's points gone begging there, but that was good rugby. Well structured from Liam around the 10.
Yeah, I'm blaming the breeze on that one. At the back of the Magpies, just pushing the ball slightly
The
forward.
ball went backwards when it left his hand.
Oh, I would
It should have been legal. Yeah, okay.
flat it
Flat at
the
that's
worst.
It. Flat at the best, yeah.
No, it was flat at its worst. I think that was a...
Okay. Okay, 2:50 remaining. 12-7. We've got a game in our hands. That's exactly what we wanted for Indigenous round. In fact, just what we wanted. Let's see how much of a push we get.
Need a big scrum here from the Magpies.
There's the push. Did they turn it? No, they didn't need to. Oh, there's the loose ball. Ball coming back. They can regroup now and get the ball. A couple of loose passes there from the bars. If there's a knock on, no. All right, here's their chance. The ball's gone out.
That's gone to the tallest branch of the tree.
All right, well, an opportunity now, Mark. 2 minutes remaining. Mark Sutherland with us, Ray McCoy, and we're coming to you live from Rugby Park, the home of the Tamworth Magpies Rugby Union. We're 1 minute 50 away from the halftime break, and the Magpies leading 12-7.
I'm predicting to see a good ball here from Liam to Ben Coombs.
Through his hands.
Is that a short arm penalty?
Yes, it is. Away we go. What's Liam got? We've got a second runner out wide. Benny Coombs back inside. Strong run. Still going. The players out here to the left. They're just calling for the ball now. Liam Allen, can he get the ball out?
That is a great tackle.
They've held us back.
That was a great tackle. That number 13 once again.
And been held up. And he's called a player out. If we just look to here, it's going to be for okay, it's a penalty. Just a pick and drive running forward. Ball's now loose. They can get it out wide. They've still got possession.
Yeah, you just need to slow it down.
Yeah, bit of patience now. Liam again. Ball going through. Semi been pulled up short again, but they've got the ball still. Bars have come across the top. And we have a penalty. That's Aaron O'Keefe on the field now. It's a penalty to the Barbars. All right, time running down. 30 seconds remaining. So it's going to be a Barbars throw.
Yeah, not much to do here except a bit of a Hail Mary type play.
You would hope. Good win for the Barbars. They can go wide. Well, it's up to they can keep the ball alive now, Mark.
Yeah.
And this is where you come into patience, just short passes. Just keep it going. Frustrate the Magpies. Strong defence from the Magpies. Ball rolled back again. That's where you come back to ball control. See what happens here. One out, it's through the middle. Back down again. Good push from the Magpies. Ball's there, they'll clear it. There we go, that'll be it.
Call it into the
whistle.
sheds.
So there's the first half. Do you want to wrap that up, Mark? The score 12-7, Magpies lead.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an unsettled first half. I think, a lot of loose ball and some cheap turnovers, some good ad-lib footy. It was good to see some players get in the open space and show what they can do. I think the message at half-time to the Magpies would be, just ball control, patience. We don't have to run around them on every play. Get the inside centre and the Piggies working a bit more in the middle and really make some inroads in the middle third of the field, I think.
You can just see from the TV there that the referee having a yarn to one of the players from in Walker Harrison from the Magpies, but also a little bit of frustration. But again, we keep saying, at half-time now at 12-7, it's there to be won by both teams.
Yeah, definitely. It's anyone's game. Obviously Magpies, they'll want to come out and make a statement, and the Barbarians, want to be the first try back in, even it back up. And as the old saying goes, half-time, it's back to 0-0.
Righto. Okay, Ray McCoy, Mark Sutherland with you. We'll come back shortly for the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, we still have a few doubles. If anyone's interested in purchasing a double, they're $2 each or 3 for $5. You can come and buy them at the bar, so we still have doubles. It's drawn.
And a very good afternoon. Welcome back to the second half of the gripping encounter between the Tamworth Magpies and the Barbars. This is round 3 in in New England Rugby. Wrong area there for a little while. And it's been a wonderful day. We've had 3 games, 2 games earlier today, and a strong win to the Magpies in reserve grade, 34-17, and then a 60-point nil win to the Tamworth Magpies in the women's 10s, but again a great effort from the Barbars ladies as well. They did not give up. First grade encounter, we had Mark Sutherland with us. We really appreciate Mark's support right throughout the first half of this on game and commentary. He's now had to head downstairs to do some other duties, and we do thank him very much for that indeed. Emma Bailey running around downstairs getting photos as well as we look forward to the second half. A game, anyone's game to be won. 12 points to 7. Scrum on halfway, and it's a Magpies feed. Strong push from the Barbars. They win the ball. Clearance kick back over. Heading towards the line. Bit of confusion with the players there, but as you can see, the ball laid back now, but certainly strong numbers there from the Barbars. Magpies fighting strong. They'll need to clear from here, sending a player back for a kick. Holding in. Push forward first. Again, Liam Allen back in the goal line now for a clearance kick. It comes forward. And that's achieved. Getting a little bit cooler here at Rugby Park, but certainly a great day for rugby. Everyone's rugging up. A little bit of that autumn weather. Throw has gone forward. So it's a knock on from Barbars, and it will now be a scrum. Magpies feed on the 20-metre line. Good crowd on hand to watch the game, both upstairs and downstairs. Everyone rugged up. That's what country rugby is all about. And good rugby on the field. Magpies to feed. Both teams holding. Ball goes in. Strong push from the Barbars again. The ball comes out wide. Barbars get possession. Lay it back. Wasn't supposed to go that way. Goes out wide. Ball raked away. Again, the ball has gone forward now. It'll be an opportunity for the Tamworth Magpies to fight their way out and make their way downfield. Don't forget a big thank you to all our major sponsors on board for the day, but also if you are watching the TV, if you'd like to like and subscribe, thank you so much for your support. Big shout out to West Entertainment Group, Joe Maguire's Pub, WFI, Glen, Warrie Eggs, Carol Rossi, Bell Partners, and all the other associated club sponsors for the Tamworth Magpies. On the quarter. The Magpies feed. Again, another strong push from the Barbars. Liam Allen with the ball. Comes out wide. It's come back inside. A lot of raking for the ball, but Magpies retain possession. Liam Allen feeds the ball wide. Hospital pass and strong defence from the Barbars. The ball goes down, so it'll be a scrum now with the Barbars feed. The game puts them on the attack again. 12-7. Magpies lead, 35 minutes remaining. Anything can happen. Short arm penalty. Magpies go forward. Didn't get a lot of advantage there with a few offside players. Play continues on. Liam Allen to pick the ball up, but the ball's gone down. We're coming back for the scrum again, it seems. Yes, short arm again. It's a penalty. Assuming offside play. The breeze has certainly picked up. Strong run from the Magpies. Hayden Doherty. Again, players spread both ways. Good movement away. Mitch Bowen. It's Walker Harrison. And then we go for a try. A lot of hard work done there as we move forward. Again, bouncing off. Back over in the corner. And that's Walker Harrison, the captain. So that adds to the tally now and increase the lead for the Magpies again. Something we needed very early in the second half. A bit of consolidation. Having that scored, the try scored by the Barbars in the latter quarters of the first half from their little number 13. But as the Magpies now head back to halfway. Kick to come, Liam Allen. Ball's gone across the face of the goal, so the score remains the same. 17-7. 32 minutes remaining. Certainly getting a little bit cooler now. That's for the spectators, not for the players. It's going to just about warm up. Magpies bring it forward. Strong defence from the Barbars. But penalty holding down, dragging down, so it'll be a penalty to the Barbars. Again, 17-7. Continue on the attack. Very slow coming across. It'll be a Barbars throw, as I said. About 10 metres out. Long throw. Misses everyone. Magpies get possession. Will they run it out? Certainly a couple and then clear it out if possible. You look to see where Liam Allen is. One more forward. Liam's dropped back. No doubt ready for a clearance kick. Here comes the ball. One more coming down the blind. Needs to come inside. Yes, he's done exceptionally well. Made some yardage. Support play coming up on the inside. This continues through. Just over halfway now. Ball now goes wide out to the left for the Magpies. Quick arms, nice break. They keep going left. They've got the numbers out there. Certainly got the width. Where's the support play? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, but no points there. Play continues, very scrappy, but now penalty raking, and that's against the Magpies. It'll be a penalty to Barbars. So I hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is Ray McCoy with all the team from Folmac Video Productions coming to you live from the Nest, the home of Tamworth Rugby Union, and we're in the second half of the first grade encounter between Tamworth Magpies and the Barbars. Magpies leading 17-7. Two earlier games we had the reserve grade encounter to Magpies, a good win 34-17, and a very strong 60 points to nil win for the ladies in the women's 10s. Three good games of rugby. The Magpies head up to Armidale next week. A little bit cooler, no doubt, but some hot rugby as well, as the Magpies have possession. They're moving forward there. Adam Wallace. Back line is in position for a wide ball if needed, or if they can get the ball out there. Liam Allen at 10. Ball clears. Liam Allen, first runner forward. And they've lost possession. The ball was raked out. Now the Barbars in possession. Again, another opportunity lost. Strong defence. Very scrappy. Referee goes to his whistle. And he's got a knock on, and we have a feed from the Barbars. Again, it's been Indigenous round here at the Nest, and again to Mark Sutherland and the club hierarchy, everyone involved with today. It's been absolutely superb, some good rugby, but also a great community event as well. Good line of defence for the Magpies, very flat. What can Barbars do? They come to the right. Clearance kick. And it turns left and it on the quarter line. So a very good clearing kick indeed. And again, it'll be the Magpies on the back foot on defence as they return. And let's see, at 17-7, 27 minutes remaining. Points needed for the Barbars to get back into this game. An ideal opportunity now. The breeze is certainly picking up. It's supporting the Barbars as well. Barbars throw. Strong win. Good defence from the Magpies. We're on the quarter line. Magpies defending. We've got a nice line from the Barbars. They go forward. Although their players are strong to wrap around and support. Turnover in possession as the Magpies go on the attack, going down the left-hand side. Strong win, and he's away. Mitch Bowen with a great run, a 50-metre try. And again, that'll take it up to 22-7. We'll see the replay for you, but some very, very slick running there. Some good passing, draw and pass. And again, Sean Barnes playing involvement there as well. Ball going down. Ben Coombs, everyone involved. And nice work from the Magpies. We won't say consolidating a win at this stage. Still a long way to go, 26 minutes, but certainly putting a little bit of icing on the cake at the moment at 22 points to 7 with a kick to come from Liam Allen. And this is the sort of rugby we saw 2 weeks ago in the opening round that they played here. So very encouraging again for season 2025. Just looking at our producer, you reckon it's going to rain or it's going to snow? Probably snow first. Yeah, okay. Conversion successful, so it's onward and upward for the Magpies at the moment, but getting us ready for possibly getting ready for a bit of cooler weather up in Armidale next week for round number 4. So you probably hear from the ground mics, the crowd very enthusiastic now with a lead of 24-7. Bench all huddled up, ready for replacements if needed. The Barbars kick off. Ball spread again, going well. Liam Allen spreads the ball left again. Sean Barnes making another break, which is nice, up the middle. Needs to hold possession. What was that, Benny Coombs? They all look alike. There we go, Big Sam. Sam White moving forward, very strong. Holds the ball back inside. Bit of offside play from, yes, diving in from the Barbars player too early. Didn't retreat before he came forward. So it'll be a penalty, as you can see on the replay. There we go. So Liam Allen, the ball in his hand. As you can see from the placement of his hands, a bit of a hook kick there, going out to the right-hand side. So he's got a little bit more yardage than probably the normal kicker. Very well done. And they move forward now. Big Sam White to throw. What can the Magpies do this time? Strong win. Back out to Liam Allen now. Moving back out. Wrapped around. Got out. Depth out wide. Sean Barnes out to Mitch. Out to Michael Orcher. And over again. Now that's what it's all about. That's why the people paid their money. That was great rugby. Very well structured. Timing. Bit of patience. And you'll see from the replay when it comes up, bit of pace there as well. So everything structured back out. Well played indeed. Well, that stands them in good stead, certainly for hopefully a nice strong win today. But moving forward in the competition, once they've got their player structure in place, again, we know things happen week by week, whether it be through work commitments or injuries or the like from there. But once you've got your basic structure in place, they're playing some very solid football at the moment, and that's very encouraging, 24-7. Kick to come from Liam Allen. And he's got it. So he's on fire for this one. And the Magpies go further ahead as they celebrate Indigenous Day here at Rugby Park. The Indigenous round right throughout New England Rugby. And next Saturday, as we mentioned, they head up to Armidale. It's the Tamworth Magpies versus the Armidale Blues. And again, if you're wanting to keep up to date with everything happening with the Tamworth Magpies through the course of the week, jump onto their social media pages as well, through at Facebook, which is the Tamworth Rugby Union Sporting Club. Follow all the action from there, and Emma Bailey will keep you up to date with the photos and the like from there. And or if you're wanting to become a member or other information, their webpage tamworthrugby.com. Jump on board. Another strong win, Liam Allen with the ball out wide. There we go. Mitch Bowen again. What can he do here? Passes back inside. No. He's got a hold and pass, or he's back again. Will he go all the way? No, he needs numbers. He's got him. Michael Orcher over again. And again, where it's good to see the players going across the line, as you'll see here, to score the try. But a lot of the good work being done further down the line in the formation of the play. So some good backup, some good structure. Patience at the moment, which is being rewarded. And they go further ahead. Liam Allen to have another kick. 31-7 at the moment. We've got 20 minutes remaining. Michael Orcher coming off. A couple of other replacements as well. And again, I guess from Coach Peter Burke, the opportunity to probably play with a couple of positional changes and get everyone playing off the same bat. Nice kick from the Barbars. Very good take. Walker Harrison. Wherever he pulls it up. It's a stripping motion from the Barbars. It'll be a penalty to the Magpies. Liam Allen to kick. And it doesn't find touch. Ooh, Justin stayed in possession, but ball goes back down. It'll go back down. Retrieved by Ben Coombs. It's the ball out. Jono Dunlop. Ben Coombs again. Again, touched by the Barbars into the Magpie player, so it'll be a Magpies food in the scrum. As I said, Coach Peter Burke utilising their replacements well. And
Hello.
welcome back, Emma. Some good rugby, 36-7.
Yeah, I was just having a cheer on the sideline for Orch, 2 in a row.
Just saying, Peter Burke, the coach, using the replacements well. Orch has scored 2 tries. Mitch Bowen having an absolute cracker, but they're on the end of some very good play by the other players to actually set up those breaks.
That's exactly right. They're doing an amazing job.
So it must have been Anzac Day that put them off, because this is very similar to the...
you said I wasn't allowed to use excuses.
No, you weren't, but that was.
Right.
They don't know. You said they stayed home. I said they went out.
Oh, right.
But again, this is very reminiscent of the first round encounter where they played some very good structured rugby. Today's brilliant.
They're doing
some very, very good stuff.
Very well out there.
But it's the groundwork they're doing. Their defensive line's been good. Their structure as such has been very, very good. Their patience has been good. And we've got a 36-7 lead at the moment. We've got 70 minutes remaining. Go the blind again. Which can he get 4? Yes, he is inside. Rolls the ball back. Now we'll have some patience now. Cole Fogarty goes forward. Ball goes forward. And that was Aidan Doherty. So resounding success today, Miss Bailey.
Yeah, it is really good down there, and the vibe's been good, the crowd's good, the play's good.
We don't want to hear from our international guest.
No.
What's his name, Mr. Nobody? Is that him?
No, there was a Mr. Nobody, but the other person was our international ref.
Very good.
How'd we go with Mark?
Absolutely brilliant. We've signed him up. His contract will be signed
as we talk
on Monday. It's all good.
He did very well, and thanks to Mark for helping out today.
Councillor Mark Sullivan, very passionate about his rugby. I mean, things we learned about Mark from his back in the day, as we say.
From his under-17s.
17. Fancy carrying around the Guernsey. Oh, hang on. The referee's pulled him back now. So what's the replay on this? So it was a good clearing kick, but I'm assuming they've taken the player out. Yep. So the ball goes back. And it'll be a penalty to the Barbars. So I would assume that celebrating the Indigenous round at the Nest tonight will be a big thing. The auction will happen tonight, Em, for all
That's right, by Alec Clydesdale. He'll be
What time
attendance.
Is that on?
Well, pretty much it's after the game. Everyone comes out to the clubhouse. We have speeches. It'll be around that time, and there'll also be dinner tonight and live music from Nico. So excited to have that all happening here. And, thanks again to Nick Bradbury, who's organised all that, and Cal Rossi, our incredible staff down in the canteen. The food last time was amazing. Our major sponsors, West Entertainment Group, Joe Maguire's, of course, Cal Rossi, we can't thank them enough. Glen Warrior Eggs, Bell Partners, and WFI, West Farmers Insurance.
WFI. I rechristened them Wi-Fi from W5 for everything, so it's WFI. Straight out. Thank you, West Farmers. Barbars on the attack. Oh. Our referee's going to have a yarn, I think. No, he just said calm it down. No, we're having a yarn to the linesman. I think there was a lifting tackle within that. And there's a replay, we're not too sure, but there was a lifting tackle. But he may be just simply leaving that as a penalty. Or is he? Just a penalty. Okay. Big Sam White's having a break.
Bit of claret on his shirt. He did take a...
No,
he gave a big hit.
No, tomato sauce. I saw him take a pie on.
Oh, right. So you had a good chat with Benny Kent and Paris about the jerseys?
Absolutely stoked. We've got a couple of recommendations that the Guernsey should do a tour through the schools so everyone understands the significance of the Guernsey as to it's just not a matter of throwing colours together. There is a storyline.
That's right. Exactly right.
Absolutely brilliant. And we might even pitch one for Macca to do a story on that on Monday or Tuesday. But I think even from all the local media, there's a great story to actually take the time to put together the storyline to produce the Guernsey.
That's right. Well, we've got Bones here, and we've also got NBN News here as well, so it's great to have them. And, of course, Mac TV getting us out to everybody, so make sure you like and subscribe. They'll keep you up to date. You won't miss any of our themes for the home games, thanks to these guys.
Is he working or is
yes, he's
not?
working.
Is he? I was going to get Bones and have a yarn. But anyone can use a camera, Bones. Come on. Right, here we go. It's game on. 13 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
Not happy, short arm.
It's been caught up a lot in the last couple of weeks, hasn't it, this short arm call?
Yeah, I think it's just having a go at short people, myself.
Well, you said you were waving to me earlier. I couldn't see you over the...
Yeah, I'm actually 6'2", but my legs are in the car.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Do you know the worst thing? I was the same height when I was 5. That's right. Strong attack from the Magpies. Good defence from the Bars. Ball goes wide. Where's Mitch Bowen? Here he comes. He looms up. Good pass again. Back inside. He's lost the ball. A kick for nobody. Good retrieve. That's Walker Harrison. And we're going back.
We would grab Bones, but he's busy at his at work.
Seriously.
So when you turn on the news tomorrow and you see some incredible sports stories, that's all thanks to Bones. 7 News.
He's got all the action.
He sure does. And one of our old boys too. It's great to have him as one of our old boys.
Bones, by the way, is a cameraman from Channel 7.
That's right. Why was there a question in that? Everyone should know. It's like he's just one of those faces you see everywhere and it always makes you smile.
You should come and work for us. We need one of those.
Replace you. I mean, what?
Tap him. Tap him. Get your priorities right, mate.
I think he's trying
Would
to.
you rather watch Folmac Video
footage.
Productions or Channel 7? Seriously, audience-wise, we've got him. Family group here, Dad. Okay, game on. 11 minutes remaining, Miss Emma. How do you wrap up the day so far so we don't rush it in the last 5 minutes? Big day?
It has been a big day, and you know I love that. What I get to do is come up here, go down there, come up here, and go down there because
you don't get to. You just
no, but every
stranded.
time you go downstairs, the crowd's bigger, and the sound's bigger, and the yelling's bigger. Everything's bigger every time you go down, and it's really good to see.
Get the ball away, Orcher again.
It's a really good vibe today. Also, just an update, Fletcher Steer has gone to the hospital with a suspected collarbone.
Broken collarbone?
Yes, so fingers crossed that it's not, and we wish him the best.
Here we go, on the attack, the Bars. What will happen?
Oh, great in tackle there.
Gets the ball away, but referee he's got his serious look on, so he's got to have a yarn to someone, I think. Yeah, driving tackle. Oh, card. We've got a card.
Caleb Burgeon.
We've got a card.
Caleb. Well, look, there's 10 minutes left in the game. So he's out for the rest of that. Had a really good game today, though. A fantastic game.
Well, his boots are on fire.
And, yeah, look, anything can change now if you're down one person. So fingers crossed the boys stay in the strong mindset that they're in right now.
36-7. We have got under 10 minutes remaining. Been a cracking day.
It sure has.
Must be cold. Coach Burke's got the coat on.
All right, straight into Adam Wallace, straight into Ben Coombs. He's going for a run.
He's had a cracking game today, Ben.
He's also the offsider for Berkey in first grade. Well done to Finn
forward.
Lambeth.
Hecky Berkey's got the big coat on, looks like a funeral director. On
It's
the
also good to
sideline,
see
getting a
Bede
little
down
bit cool.
here.
Big pun?
Good to see Bede down here after a big day.
Okay, Magpies on the attack. Barbar's coach not the happiest man. I think he's still got COVID. He's got the mask on.
All right, Cole Fogarty throwing in. Oh, slipped out of Kelby's hand.
Short arm again, so it's a chance for the Barbars to attack. We've got 8 minutes remaining.
Orch on the run. Can he get there?
Have a go at
No, not quite yet.
the little 19. Certainly putting in a. I think you'll find the 19's a little. That reserve grade had an absolute crack. I can't think of his name. Doesn't matter. Let's carry on.
All right, I'm going to take my last few photos.
Okay, young lady.
Thank you
give me
very
5.
much. Ray, it's always non-pleasurable working out. It's always good working with you, mate.
Good to see the club supporting the Indigenous round in the way. It's been an absolute
Or as
cracking
you like
day.
to say, your mob.
My mob.
That's right.
Good on your mob.
Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll be back in a
Emma
few
Bailey
weeks.
signing out.
Peace out.
Goodbye.
See you, Raymond.
Do me a favour.
You know
What
where the
do I
door
say?
is.
You know where the door is.
Okay, boy.
See you later. Emma Bailey has left the building. It's all right. Everyone can come out now. You can breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, it's all right. She's gone. Barbars on the attack. Can they get points in the last 7 minutes? Strong defence from the Magpies. And a big shout out to everyone watching on Folmac Video Productions, wherever you may be around the world, up in Vegas. Lady A having a look. G'day to everyone up there. Got a few messages down, people enjoying the coverage, so good to have you all on board. And there we go, points finally for, that's Aidan Kelly, according to our program, but again in the last 7 minutes, point score, which is good. Still having a dig from there. So just going back, good to have everyone on board that is watching the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, and jump on board and support the Folmac, but also rugby as well. Next week, as we mentioned, the club travels up to Armidale to play the Armidale Blues. I think based on how the weather is down here now, it'll be a little bit chillier. Our major sponsors there, WFI West, Joe Maguire's, Carol Rossi, Glenwarry Eggs and Bell Partners. And everyone's running around now, points being scored that, as you know, every time you go away to the game, there are doubles sold at the ground, so everyone will be running around now going, who won the double? We'll try and get those double numbers, not that you'll have one if you're at home. Barbars on the attack again. Well, it's been an absolutely brilliant day. I've got to say thank you to a lot of people, especially Mark Sutherland, who, again, Councillor Mark Sutherland here in Tamworth, came on board, but also as part of the official ceremony today. But we invited Mark up to be part of our commentary team for a couple of minutes, and had the opportunity to actually have him back again as part of the first grade game as well in the first half. Really appreciate that. A very, very good insight into the Indigenous side of our community, but also the fact that Mark is an old boy here in Tamworth with the Magpies from the 17s and the 19s. Still carries his Guernsey around, and a good chat indeed, and a very good insight into Mark's experience with the Tamworth Magpies. 3 minutes remaining, and to the club itself, it's been an absolutely amazing day, embracing the Indigenous round. To Emma, Glen A. Rose again, hopefully back for our next broadcast. But to the crew from Filemac Video Productions as well, we'd like you to jump on board, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel there, and again to the major sponsors for the Tamworth Magpies. Good to have everyone on board. To the ground staff, we say every single week the ground looks an absolute picture, and the amenities provided at the clubhouse, but also Cara Rossi doing the barbecues and the catering, and all the club officials with the wet bar and the like. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. Good attacking rugby from the Magpies again as the ball carries on. John O'Donnell with the ball going forward. A high tackle there from the Barbars. The referee's pulled it up. And he's going to his pocket. Well, he was. Let's see. He had his hand in his pocket. And if you can see on the TV screen, will he? He may not. He actually may let it go this time, but he certainly had his hand heading towards his. He has. There we go. The yellow card. He gets an early break. He'll probably get the first hot shower. 3 minutes to go. That's the second one gone now. One already off for the Caliburger for the Magpies. Joe Ackrig. He'll kick the ball forward. John O'Donnell up with the ball. Retrieves the ball. Good kick and a good defence from Joe Ackrig as well. Holding down penalty that goes to the Barbars, and they're off. Good defence from the Magpies. Possibly a little bit offside, but the ball carries on, comes out wide to the big prop as we go heading down with draws, passes to the 14, and Aidan Kelly, if we believe, actually scored the try before, but it was pulled back, so hopefully that has worked. Yes, try there for Aidan Kelly, so that moves the scoreline along, and we have 2 minutes remaining. Well, in all, from a rugby point of view, it's been a marvellous day for the Tamworth Magpies. 3 strong wins on a home game in Indigenous round celebration, but also the fact the style of rugby that the first grade team has played today was reminiscent of the first round win. They had a very strong win indeed, but today very, very structured, very patient. Still a few little mistakes creeping in here and then, but also giving credit to the club and Coach Burke for actually utilising a lot of the reserve players in the second half, getting them used to the pace of first grade. And yes, there certainly is a difference in pace from reserve grade to first grade. The reserve grade game or second grade game today, very haphazard, very slow indeed. So that'll remind those players exactly what rugby is all about. So a strong game, strong win, 36-17 at the moment, as we're in heading down towards the last minute. William Allen to take the kick. He's had a marvellous game as well. The ball goes out on the full, so we'll go back to halfway in the last 60 seconds. No, it'll be, the ball was touched. The ball was touched, so it will be a Barbars throw. And a big shout out to everyone up here on the balcony, all the club supporters come along every single week to say thank you to the club. Car park is full. It's been a very, very enjoyable day indeed. Barbars on the attack in the final stages. They go forward still. Strong defence. Another penalty. Barbars keep going and they're through. If they draw and pass now, there'll be a try. They'll draw and pass, and he does. Oh, Thought he's done a Hemi, but he's got it. We'll see that on the replay. He's strapped up like a racehorse, but well played. A quick break, draw and pass. There we go. Not a lot that Massey could do about that, so that'll certainly make the scoreline look a little bit better for the Barbars as our 40 minutes come to a close. A kick to come, but again, taking advantage of, I guess, taking your eye off the ball in the last couple of minutes. So we'll wait for the kick to be done. And that's game over. As we wait for the kick, the referee signalled the end of the game, but we'll just patiently wait for that final whistle. Congratulations to both teams. Good game of rugby. And certainly for the Barbars to score points in the last minute. And kick misses. So there we go. That is the end of the day, and it's a 36-22 win for the Tamworth Magpies. And in the lower grades, it was 34-17 and 60 points to nil in the women's game as well. So congratulations to everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. Ray McCoy with you. Next home game, no doubt we'll have Emma Bailey and Glenn A. Rose on board. To Matt Foley and the team from Folmac Video Productions, thank you very much for everything you do. To all the club officials, to Mark Sutherland as our guest commentator for the day, we thank you very much indeed. May you have an enjoyable week. Enjoy your rugby, and we'll see you next time we're on board. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, just thank you for the day. We appreciate your support. Just so you know, we've got some curry sausages and various other things on for tea if you want to hang around. It's just $10 for a roll. There's also some live music in the bar we'll remain open. So, curry sausages, great food, Tampa. If you want to hang around, $10. Bar open and some live music as well. So, hang around, have a good night. Thank you.